Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Dice and Dudes. Episode 21.
Sweet.
Coming down to the wire now, heading into Strahd's domain yet again, trying to get revenge. We thank you all for joining us. Sorry for missing you all last week. We had a few people who couldn't make it, and with the importance of the story importance of this game session, we didn't want to leave anybody out in the cold. You know. Campaign 2 is on the horizon for this. That is going to be set in my homebrew world that I normally run in. We'll do a funny story about how this whole thing started. It was supposed to be a one-shot. It was supposed to be a month of D&D, and it turned into over 3.5 years of D&D. So, yeah, that's awesome. But, Campaign 2 is coming up. We're going to be moving locations with Campaign 2. We're still going to try to be acquiring sponsorships. We'll still be working with MGS. We may add some people down the road. We'll see what happens there. No promises, but we're improving equipment, improving lighting, trying to improve the whole experience for everybody. It's a homebrew world, my own personal world. It is the Savage Frontier. So maybe get that somewhere in your brainstem and think about what that can mean coming down here. We'll have a new seating arrangement, new characters. It'll be a brand new campaign. We'll have a session 0 for each of the people off camera, and then we'll have the start of the campaign proper. So we've been asked quite a bit about when we were going to be starting a brand new campaign so people could jump in, and now is the time that we're going to be doing that here pretty dang soon. Let me cover up that camera so we're not just staring off in the table and seeing people fencing in the background. Once again, we are brought to you by Military Gamer Supply and sponsored by David's Tiles and Terrain. Thinking of a name change for that because it looks most of my business has been painting lately, so I'm thinking about trying to roll that into that somehow. Makes sense.
David's painting tiles and
terrain. Yeah, that doesn't roll off the tongue.
David's erotic brush-looking service.
I want to say no, that'll probably give me a different clientele. Like, my first thing was to be David's Dungeon Accessories, but then it was like, I could just imagine all of these strange people trying to get me for my services.
They're not strange, they're needy.
I'm okay with that.
I was not.
This amuses me, so I accept it.
Do we have any upcoming events for Military Gamer Supply? Vince?
No. Open gaming, Monday through any day that ends in Y, really. Friday Night Magic, Saturday Standard and Commander. Sunday is, what do they play on Sunday?
Standard.
So Saturday is Modern. And then
Friday HeroClix
and 40K, Saturday 40K, Sunday 40K, pretty much all weekend.
Is the Age of Sigmar League still going?
No, it ended, I believe.
It ended.
They will be starting another one soon.
Okay.
But the day to play Sigmar when most of the people show up is Tuesday evening.
Tuesday evening. All right, that's good to know. But they'll be starting a new one, so it'll probably be Iggy in charge of it again, right?
Most likely.
Ignacio is the guy to talk to about the Age of Sigmar League when they get that going again. Do we have any other announcements? I think I got pretty much everything for now. We should have a regularly scheduled episode for you guys next week. You may see an abrupt shift in our surroundings from one week to the next, but we are currently getting the other space fixed up and ready to go for us. Let us know if you guys have any ideas, any questions, any comments, anything we can do to improve the experience for you all. We know better cameras, we know better sound, and better lighting. We're working on all that. We have very good cameras coming in. We have very good mics. We're adding more mics to that.
We're adding alarms.
Because we want to hear phones going.
Ding, 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 ding.
But if you guys have any recommendations or anything like that, we would love to hear them. We want to try to get involved with the community more. We're going to have a better social media presence coming up. I'm assigning each one of these douche tools to get on a different social media thing and keep that up and running for Dice and Dudes. We are also adding different styles of games. Here pretty soon, we're gonna start small, but we're gonna start doing, once the other space is set up, we want to get like a board game day, maybe an alternative RPG day, maybe run some Shadowrun, some Vampire Masquerade, maybe some Iron Kingdoms, just show, like, we don't just play D&D. I mean, we're all geeky to hell. I mean, maybe we can have Vince bring a camera to one of the tournaments that he throws for 40K, so we can have some other people, just so you guys can see gaming. I mean, Dice and Dudes, like, pretty much anything that has to do with gaming, even if it doesn't have dice.
We as nerds.
We's nerds, and we love it. Gaming is another thing, maybe at some point. I'm less interested in that, unless you guys want to watch me stream on my TV while I'm playing Sekiro.
No, I will be getting the Jackbox Party Pack though, and most of us have Discord, so maybe we could do that one night on either your Twitch stream or my Twitch stream, either way, but we could get the whole gang together.
Well,
Put on
Dice and
Dice and
Dudes
Dudes,
does
yeah.
have a Twitch stream, and of course we do have a Discord as well.
That's right, we do have a Discord.
If it's not listed on
I'm gonna have to
there,
talk-
We also have a
description
YouTube
now.
channel. Please like and subscribe and hit the little bell icon. Smash that thing as hard as you can.
But don't
Please.
smash it.
I mean, I think
Once
we
the
have
bell
20
is rung, it
subscribers
cannot be
now.
unrung. Except on YouTube where you can
You
totally
can
click
click
it.
it, but don't, just don't. I think we're at either at 20 or over 20 subscribers. So I mean, pretty much we're famous. I mean, come on.
Yes, totally.
Other than that, guys, we all ready to go?
Sure.
Okay, bringing it down.
To Funky Town?
I'll show you funky.
Bringing us now in to this week's episode of Dice and Dudes, episode 21. Last time, you all had finally re-entered the city of Carlacton, needing a much-needed respite from your time out in the wider world. Having finally acquired the last piece of the doorway that you need to assemble to re-enter the realm of Barovia and take your fight to Strahd's doorstep yet again. You all have finally planted your guild hall in a permanent location. Some of you have had armor fixed. Some of you have made up some bullets and tried to improve weapons. The rest, pretty much everyone has been trying to take in as much as they can during these last 2 weeks, while Triswin has been holed up in her room almost exclusively poring over the Tome of Strahd. Freshly translated, the cipher now known, so you can translate the somewhat ordinary works that have deeper meaning. During that time, Thraka's disapproving of performance from his patron, that's a lot of P's, has had a run-in with an apparent cult that he was not aware of, that has grown in the wider world after fighting a strange creature that seemed to be composed entirely of slugs, as well as a familiar enemy that you ran into in the Towering Wood. Destroying them, setting a building on fire, putting out that fire, and being accosted by the town guard, you all have returned to your guild hall, wiser now to the threat that is the cult, and now knowing the symbol of the cult that Thraka apparently is very important to. That is where we pick up.
Fucking
It has been 2 days since that night, and 11 days since you all have re-entered Carlacton.
Just 11 days?
It's been 11 days.
Not 12 days.
I can't count that high.
Well, you did run out of
You
fingers.
can take off your shoes.
Please don't go
No,
with the other, please don't go with the other option.
I have 2 toes stuck together, so that still goes up to 9.
No, you count your fingers and your toes.
Please don't let me learn anything more about Nick right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
So once when I was a lad,
I was
God!
So, sitting within your guild hall, enjoying a late lunch, as you all are now becoming accustomed once again to being able to rest and relax and not having the constant threat of attack at any impending moment.
except for
It
Colts.
is kind of nice.
You find yourself within your dining hall, sitting at the table, enjoying something that you've cooked. The rest of it stewing away on the table, waiting for the rest of the group to come in and take whatever they like.
Okay. I would have let the new hire try out whatever recipe of mine that she would like.
So this is her attempt.
Yes.
She seemed to follow your recipe exactly. Tastes almost like you made it.
Alright, so we're probably talking recipes. Very
Well,
uncharacteristically for
She has a
woman.
very uncharacteristic smile upon her face as she busies herself about the kitchen. Your praise still ringing very clearly within her ears. When the front door of the guild hall opens,
Okay.
in steps Amlo.
Oh, Arlo, please, sit, eat.
He nods at you, steps aside from the open door, and a familiar face steps inside the guild hall. She turns, nods to the two guards that follow. They step outside as she brushes in that effortless manner that she moves, graceful. Seats at the table, opposite from you, looks at you and says, "Can you please gather the others?"
Do I recognize this one?
You had a late night meeting with her a few weeks ago. It is the Lady Morgan.
Oh, of course, Lady Morwen. I walk into the kitchen, and I do the
The setting stone?
steady stone. I'm like, okay, everybody, royalty's here to see us, so please be hasty. Please get to the main dining room.
Should I put on pants?
Yes.
Unless you want to arouse Lady Morwen, yes.
Arouse? Well,
I never
mean-
took mine out of my bag. Do I even hear it?
Well,
You've been here for
Okay, I'm just
yeah, you've been here almost 2 weeks. Yeah.
You all heard it? That's 2 votes for Flynn. Do what you want.
I'm busy.
There's 6 of us. That is not a majority.
I vote
Not
Flynn
even
comes
half.
without pants.
That's the only thing I put
Say
in.
what?
I vote that Flynn comes without pants.
I'm
Am I
used to
going
it.
to
I
the
don't
wine
carry it
cellar?
away.
Well, if you did so with pants, it would be
We have.
It's over by Flynn's door.
Yeah.
Go and roll me a straight intelligence check.
He has direct access to our wine.
And the only key.
Our beautiful, valuable
That
Hungarian
would be a
wine that
4.
I had.
You
I
grab
don't
what
freaking do.
you think is a good looking bottle of wine.
Okay.
You're not being a wine connoisseur yourself.
Do I hear somebody in my wine cellar?
Yeah, you guys are getting ready to head
Did we ever fix the
Going
wine
into my
cellar?
wine cellar.
out. You see Rockmere grabbing a good kind of bottle of wine. I mean, you don't buy bad wine, but compared to the other wine, it's
No. This is not for good cut. Yes, this is for.
Well, okay, show me a good bottle of wine, because we've got.
But if I show you the good wines, then you know where it is and you can serve it to people.
I don't like wine.
How about you go outside and I pick up one?
Okay, well,
And don't ever come in my wine cellar again.
Don't go for the wine that's older than me.
Well, you
That's
know-
vinegar.
Yes,
yes,
well, yes.
yes, it would be. I don't know if there is wine over
he
the
scratches his head and he just goes,
I don't drink your midges, Will. You don't drink my wine. That's the deal.
Midges, Phil.
and then I just walk out after doing this.
Okay. You head back downstairs.
Yes,
The rest of you gather,
Yes.
or anybody stay behind.
I will try to, actually, because I'm still
I'm
working, right?
probably in kitchen clothes.
Knowing royalty is
Fine,
here,
I'll go.
you have that immediate training that you received when younger that, oh, important people are here.
Training?
I walk in right behind
I will wear a dress. And I just say that over the stone, just like with disdain. Just, I will wear a dress.
After about 15 minutes,
Is she in touch?
all of you collect. Lady Morwen
Not
sits
that.
there after Flynn pours her a cup of wine. She gently sips at it, doesn't seem to...
Barry comes in and wipes this off his face.
Your good wine is her bad wine.
No.
There's probably a different reason, but we won't get into that. As you all collect and sit around the table, she looks towards Marianne, who is currently busying herself in the kitchen. When she catches her gaze, she, I'm gonna tidy up the workshop a bit for you. And she heads downstairs to pretend to clean something.
Don't touch my things! Go
You
clean.
all sit around the dining room table. She sits there, that gentle, crooked smile that's forever plastered on her face is still ever present. As she casts her eyes over each of you, kind of smugly grinning a little bigger when she sees Triswin standing in a dress. I heard you had a spot of bother within my city.
Sorry it led to property damage.
I wouldn't really define it as a spot of bother. There was a cult and there wasn't.
When was
Well,
this?
the captain you spoke to has informed me of your all's conversation and your understanding of what we expect forward, and I appreciate that, though I do appreciate you stepping in as you thought necessary. That cult has proven to be a bit of an issue in times past, though I'm not here to speak of that. I am here to talk of, well, your future plans with the retrieval of the last piece. The king and I are curious as to when you plan to head back into that land and a cost of that land.
We still have to discuss that.
Though this is a perfect time to do that.
Would I have time to get pissed drunk and in a fist fight before we go?
What you do in your personal life doesn't really
I don't
matter to
recommend
me.
it.
Though if you get in a fist fight, make sure the others have bail money for you. And don't kill anyone.
Oh,
What if I bring some back?
No,
No.
How about on Tuesday?
no.
You know, we've had a rather sketchy relationship with Resurrection. Do you really want to try and bring someone back that you have?
Sure, why not? Nothing else, I make another zombie.
Perhaps we could get at this in a better way. What makes you so interested in it?
Besides the obvious reasoning,
so, nothing's obvious to me.
this is a man who poses a great deal of threat to my home. I would appreciate that you all fulfill what you promised King Caius that you would do. While you did not give a time frame, you did tell us that you would be heading back into that land. Now, I'm not trying to rush you out the door, as I barely returned to my own city myself. I simply wanted to pop by and see if you all had made any decisions yet. Anything that I may pass on, so that those who need to know do know.
I think once we are adequately provisioned and Tristan has finished her reading, it's hard for her because she
I
has
am
to
done
mouth
reading.
the birds.
I think within the next week or two we might be headed that way.
I could break your
I
nose.
hope the time frame is a little quicker than
He
that,
also
but
incinerates you with a flick of his wrist, a dainty flick.
you are our only option in this endeavor, so I cannot be too harsh about the decisions that you make, as you are doing this of your own free will.
We will go quickly, we just need to provision and perhaps get drunk before we go.
Is
I don't
there
recommend it.
anything that me or my city can assist you with in that endeavor?
Provisions. We are going to need provisions.
And materials.
We
Holy oil?
need holy oil, we need silver weapons.
Holy oil may be a difficult thing to find on short notice.
We found one vial.
I
Yeah.
think I can speak to a few of the clergy and see if they have any squirreled away that they're willing to part with. But you have to understand that the Church of the Sovereign Host is quite separate from my government.
Yes.
I don't think they'd be too against a vampire dying.
They can't know the reason you need it though. We need to keep this as tight-lidded as possible for obvious reasons that we do not want to cause a mass panic. If
Vampire cult?
the idea that a vampire god could simply come into Karnath and begin wiping everyone out, it would send a very bad message to those who live here.
Actually, he's not just a threat to your lovely country or region, he's a threat to all of Corvair and Eberron. Completely.
And do tell, you've been reading this tome you were speaking of?
Yes.
Then, if you may, what have you discovered?
Since he is in a pocket dimension or plane, it is completely cut off from the Feywild here, including the Shadowfell and any other god or deity. So, the issue that the dead have been stuck there since it has been formed. Anyone who dies there, their soul's stuck. He has been eating them. Well, the souls anyways. You remember those people that were just empty,
Hey,
like husks. They were born without souls. The more he eats, the more powerful he will become. And he is close. Once he is completely done, he will come over. He'll be ready to come over. From everything I've read, he, and from our past interactions with him, especially right before we did leave, in our hasty manner, remember how he killed Ismar's sister,
hey,
and how he's supposed to love her, and she's supposed to be the reincarnation of the woman he loved, and he just flat out killed her.
I remember that.
I believe he's just done. And from what I've read, he's known about this loop that they have kept him in for a very long time now. Probably about after the second cycle of it happening. And he's perfectly aware of what the powers that be that created it, the main ones. He knows what they're doing and that they're manipulating him and that they're using him as a guinea pig. He's aware of it, and now he's tired of it. And he's amassing forces. Now, whether or not he's controlling these empty people, these husks, or not, I don't know precisely. He's very dangerous because he now no longer seems to feel any remorse or sorrow or anything about it. He just seems to want to burn the whole world down. And that includes us.
Well, I definitely need to hurry then.
We will depart as soon as we are provisioned.
It is disturbing news. But these... What do you mean these others? That he knows that what they've done to him, the guinea pig, what?
The architect and all that, who created
The dreamer.
the dreamer, who created the extra dimensional pocket, who did that because they want to bring in their own
They are
to
powerful
combine us with us.
extraplanar entities.
So he's known about them and manipulating him. He's let it go on just so that way they don't suspect anything is happening. And he not only has the werewolves, he has so much more working with him. Ghouls, the vampires, everything.
Needless to say that you want more in. This matter is a whole lot bigger than you think.
Sounds it. And that is, as I said, distressing. If my stores can assist you with whatever we can, I can, within a day some time, I will have an answer for you about this holy oil. I can probably have a few potions provided.
We will definitely do that.
A couple of pounds of silver would be nice too.
That
We have coins.
is
Oh, we
doable.
do?
We can do.
I'm sure the Silver Flame would be more than happy to give you silver.
We can.
We're killing werewolves.
We
okay.
can do coin. You just want coins, or do you need
Anything.
time to smith that?
The major thing I would hope that we could get is possibly diamond dust. I'm not expecting diamonds, but diamond dust.
That is a taller order than
I
the
understand,
silver.
but it is just the off chance that one of us or somebody that
I
could be saved
I
can.
can do this as quickly as possible, but I cannot guarantee I can get enough of that in time.
Could I
What
make
you
it
can do
complete
now.
on the 11 days?
That would be like a side adventure. That one I actually want to play out because there's something interesting that's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
That
another
could definitely be a a one-shot thing.
Nice.
Yeah, because that's in the plan for that.
That sounds fun.
There is also another thing. Remember how we met a man who was supposedly a hunter, a vampire hunter when we were in Barovia. He wasn't. Well, he was, and he wasn't. He was a fractured part of Strahd. And he was Van Richten. And he was a part of him that split off so bad that it actually became physical. There are other parts of him. I'm not sure if there are other physical parts of him, but his personality and everything is definitely split off. That's why I'm saying he's very dangerous. And there was an order there, the Order of the Dragon in
Order of the
Barovia.
Silver Dragon.
Order of the Silver Dragon, when we were in Barovia, who we were told was trying to fight him and kill him. We did encounter one woman who was a Vistani vampire hunter, but sadly she did perish when we were fighting in his keep. But apparently their leader was a silver dragon, or one of the members was a silver dragon, and he killed it and drank its blood. That is another way he has been gaining strength, has been bringing powerful creatures or beings into that land and sucking them dry.
Probably what he meant for you all as well.
Right, we just turned out to be a bigger meal than he was expecting.
Well, he did get one of us. I'm not sure if it was him or one of the underlings, but I do have the mark.
I would be wary then if you have been touched by a vampire in that way. Getting close to that vampire may allow him to exert his will over you.
We've done some things to clean it, maybe cleanse it, and some things have been done to her, and maybe not necessarily their own. We'll keep a good eye on her, and yes, you're exactly right to be wary of it.
So he's very...
So as soon as you smelt the silver bullets, we are ready to send.
Aye, and I believe
Turn
I
on
was...
us all, it's just I was fucking with this.
Actually, yes, that works very well against him. He did not like that at all when we used it.
Aye.
Send we are ready as soon as the silver arrives to make the bullets.
How much silver are you needing?
How much do we need to have their weapons coated and...
That's why I was pursuing that only a while.
Let's see.
The smithing process that you know, or the smelting process that you know to make, it takes about 15 pieces of silver for each bullet, and that's not the only components. Well, obviously you need the powder to go. You need everything to create it, but that's 15 pieces of silver for each bullet.
Oh yeah, and
Yep. For each, and that's just the material. You already have the cost of what a silver bullet is to make, correct?
right, yeah. Which is under the holy, yeah,
Bullet.
300 gold pieces, so 30 gold pieces per bullet. 300 per 10. That's what you wrote.
Oh, if per 10, yeah, then yeah.
Yeah, so I probably want about 40.
The silver is
50 of those.
included in that cost, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm looking at least 1,000 pieces of gold worth, or silver worth.
1,000?
I think so.
How many bullets are you trying to make?
Probably about between 30 and 50.
Easily done.
Yeah. And then some arrows for him as well.
Okay. And we'll have you do your rolls after this conversation. Okay. How much you've gotten done in that time, and the time till now. Lady Morwen nods, looks over each of you again. Thank you. I will speak to the king, and I will try to get you as much aid as I can within the next 48 hours.
It's greatly appreciated. It certainly does aid us in our departure.
She stands up without another word, bows to you, turns around, opens the door, and her retinue of bodyguards follows her, down and out your pathway and out of your property and out of your sight. Anlo sticks his head in when she's gone, looks at each of you and goes, "God damn, didn't know how important you all were."
What? It's not
I
as
don't-
the king of Caius came to visit us.
I don't even think she knew.
Not
what
again,
we were.
anyway.
Getting a big head again, are you, Flynn? Looking at my arse again. And he closes the door.
It will be very dangerous if you have any loved
She's
ones
gone.
outside of ourselves
Oh,
that you wish to say goodbye to or leave a message to. I suggest you do it. We might not make it back.
The only loved one that I'd leave a message with, I'd be joining if I died.
I
Flynn,
have no
if you
means of
would do
contacting
me
Lady
a
Emily.
very huge favor
Maybe
and
not.
cast this spell for me.
She says if we die there,
Depends
we
on
stay
the
there.
spell.
Send her.
Don't
I
die.
wish to send a message.
To who?
My husband.
I have a feeling that
About
she'd
to
come
go.
to join me
Flynn,
anyway.
would you like to use this? Go ahead and roll your religion check.
I actually rolled up.
I use the
The,
spear and the bow.
the old man gave the bucket, so Thork
That's
is
actually why I was
nobody.
pursuing the oil.
He's not gonna wait 5 hours all the damn fingers that raise him when he's like really young, like teenager.
21.
Hey, holy shit, he's back! Don't break my legs.
21.
Yeah, I don't have
With a 21,
sending.
the way that she is describing Barovia,
Going to miss you long, my son's really bad.
if you die there,
Do you have an open?
you're not certain at all whether or not resurrection magic would work
Or
at all.
Yeah, it's
Because the resurrection spell allows you to communicate with the other plane in order to bring them back. But if the soul is stuck there in a place where another entity has control,
Buy you a couple potions.
that may be why resurrection magic doesn't work there at all.
the only reason I came back was because of Wasaga.
Well, that's
Like dad can't grab me there. Nickel dad can't grab
So,
me there.
how about we go visit your husband so you can say goodbye?
Okay.
Any-
Oh, and
I'll stay there and
Everyone,
continue
if they're-
sniffing.
if you see a halfling there who's very mouthy, don't hurt him, please.
I kill him?
No, he's very dear to me, actually.
I kill him gently.
One of two
No.
halflings that is
Killing
very
them
dear to
softly.
He would probably aid us.
me. More so than the other half.
So, no burning.
No, he's
Of
not.
any of the halflings you find there.
Lightning?
No,
Ice.
he's a very dear friend to us.
And we go
And now we're
Okay, so
in
you're gonna
Mazar.
take her
to Regal Port.
to Regal Port?
Is it
Okay,
just me that's going, or anyone else going to Regal Port?
what point are you shooting for?
Right outside the gates of the
I have my
palace.
hat on. Let me have my
Roll
hat
your,
on.
Arcane check for me, please.
Let me go get that hat before you do that.
It's gonna be a 12 plus, so 17.
17. Open up my
That's the most familiar place in Regal Port for me,
Yeah,
right?
You've been there a few times. You know that, and you know the inner the welcome lounge.
Yeah.
You are both, and it's just the two of you, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
can I have my hat on before we
Sure.
go? Okay.
You are both incredibly nauseated upon arriving, and you both suffer from
Do I
the poison condition.
No, I don't.
Oh, you're immune to
No,
it's the poison condition.
Let me see.
It's not poison.
Yeah, it's not. It's not really poison. You feel like your body was torn apart and
No,
put back together, not quite correctly.
Oh no, I
And
am
it's
suffering
taking
from
them
it.
off your body though. Like,
So nauseating condition.
yeah, you're like it's more nauseated than anything. Yeah, poison. Like you suffer from what a poison condition is, but it's not poison.
So you want me to mark down?
No, you just suffer from that for a period of time. We'll see how long it lasts. But you appear
In front of the house.
in front of the spire that is
Home.
High Prince Ryger's estate.
Well, you have your goodbyes to make, and I have mine.
Oh, of course.
I meet you here in 2 hours.
Okay. Go up.
Okay. So, real quick. About a week ago, you had received a missive.
Mm-hmm.
One that you did not expect to receive, that arrived at the doorstep of your all's guild hall. From one Lady Chrysanthemum. that would be visiting you within 10 days' time.
Alright.
So anywhere between yesterday and a couple of days from now.
Okay, I would have let him know that I'll be back in 2 hours.
Okay.
I will say goodbye to Daddy.
We'll get to that in just a second. As you step in, the door is open. There's no guards that stand outside this building. But as the door opens, you see a burly, swarthy man that you recognized who does not recognize you. State your business.
I wish to speak to Prince Rhaegar about...
You have an appointment.
No, but I'm here on behalf of his brother-in-law.
His eyes kind of narrow.
Not,
Wait here.
Not that dwarf, the other one.
Wait here. He closes the door. A few minutes later, he returns with an older, portly, balding gentleman who you recognize and who is aware of the current circumstances. He turns to the guard. Thank you. No longer required. Just come, sir. The High Princess awaits you. And he takes you in, and you are escorted to Prince Rhaegar's war room. When you enter, he is surrounded by about half a dozen other people, though these don't look like the typical generals in an army that you would be used to seeing. In a word, they all scream pirate.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing the Council of Pirates from.
Yes, basically.
When he sees you
Nicer
approach,
setting.
he excuses himself for a moment, approaches you, and says, "Please, gentlemen and ladies, excuse me. I'll be back in just a moment. I need to confer with my colleague." And he steps out, goes into the room after pushing against the wall and having a passionate kiss. After ripping off the
I was
hat.
gonna say, I have.
No,
Leave
leave the hat on.
Yes.
Leave the hat on.
the hat on this time.
If only the whiskers were real. He steps back and, my love, what brings you back here?
We are leaving soon to go back to Barovia.
This place you've told me about. Can you stay the night?
Unfortunately, I only have 2 hours.
Then we better make the most of it. And you all attempt to make the most of it as quickly as possible. In the afterglow, he does tenderly kiss you, and a marriage that was done for convenience, that was done against your will, that you initially ran from. The entire reason for your adventuring career was to escape this betrothal, still coming to fruition, and still this man who you once thought had a harem of women at his beck and call.
Because of somebody.
You realize that as much as you've grown to be fond and perhaps even love him, he appears to do the same. Though he doesn't say it. He did leave the war room people waiting for 2 hours while he assisted you.
Yeah.
After you dress,
Let's confirm
he
what it's
says a very fond, "Be back soon." This is not goodbye. He hugs you tenderly and escorts you out with the hat on, oddly holding your hand the whole time while you still look like your red-haired, bearded, gruff Ricky. Gives you another very passionate hug, and as he pulls away and you turn, you can see tears in his eyes. He blinks them away quickly.
When we're hugging, I watch him whisper, "I love you." So I'll tell him I love him.
And he kind of blinks the tears away and returns to his war room. You find during pillow talk that one of the other pirate kings has gotten a little uppity about territory disputes, and the half-dozen airships under his control are currently being outfitted for some offensive actions.
I watched it tell him during said pillow talk about Hapsif.
Well, I'm sorry.
Hapsith.
Okay, Hasseth.
Hassith. Sorry, Hapsith was the father.
He informs you that negotiations are still ongoing, as it has been proven while he does not like his father's final decisions before relinquishing control of the house by dying. It is still a very profitable endeavor for them, for your house, for the Kundarak. So while he seeks to renege on that, it still seems to be happening, at least for the short term. Don't know where it will go in the long term.
And ask him if he's been sending the letters to my mother or not.
Your clone as per the agreement is.
Okay.
That's why it is very vapid and doesn't really. While it's talking to mommy about absolutely nothing,
Yeah.
and doesn't really sound like you, which she brought to your attention.
Yeah.
In the slums of Regalport.
Do I have time
Near
to
the
stop by
docks.
Lester's real quick?
You always have time for Lester's.
Oh
You
God.
stop there first or after?
Stop there first.
When you walk in the
Saying
door.
goodbye to father, I might as well look like a proper pirate.
When you walk in the door, Lester's eyes light up when he sees you. Oh, darling! Oh, it's good to see you again, Flynn. Oh, why you stay away so long every time? You can't keep doing this to my poor heart.
As the savings world is a busy business. It's hard to get back here. But as I may die soon, I want an outfit a pirate lord would feel good dying in.
Honey, you know, the both of us know, you don't die easy. And you don't go down easy either.
This is true, Lester. This
Now,
is definitely
but
true.
if you're seeking some pirate attire, then I can easily help you out. Purple is definitely your color.
Oh, yes, Lester. The purple is good. Maybe a bit of red flashing, and the black as a base.
You get black leather pants that are way too tight. Like, you can't lift your knees very high.
Okay, Lester, we have to fight in these, so...
No, darling, you
Some
don't
kneelers.
fight in these. These are just for formal occasions.
No, it has to be a dual-purpose role. Something uncomfortable killing a god in.
But this outlines your
Yes,
body so expertly.
a bit more flex in it, Lester.
I think I might have something that artists are never appreciated in their time. He pulls out.
Well, I'll take the formal attire too. I just need something I can fight
He
in.
gets you some black leather breeches, some very tight ones, for the formal affair. Some looser ones that are a little easier to move around in. A deep red undershirt with an overlaid purple. You can't call it a vest because it has sleeves, but it's a strain. It only comes to right here, so it's like arm covering.
Like a waistcoat.
It's
Yeah,
a halter
it's
top.
like
But a waistcoat's
like a
different.
waistcoat halter top almost type. Gets you a
Shrug.
very,
Yes.
very
It's a
big
shrug.
purple hat with a nice feather coming off of it. He gets you boots that come up to your knees and of course have the pirate flair.
rolled over.
I mean, and a nice heel, about 2 inches of heel
Yeah.
on it.
It's gonna knock me down.
I was not tall enough as it was. This is perfect.
Is it the tights from the knee down and then the Italian boots with points?
So
No. They're
He's got
still like the
hooker
rugged
heels,
boots.
okay?
Like, they're still ship-worthy, but they're very foppish.
No, he's got
Okay.
hooker heels.
Once you are dressed,
David Bowie, the pirate.
that'll be 25 gold pieces for both outfits, dear.
Lester, you know I cannot pay you that little for such art, and I'll give him money. I have to figure out how much money I got. But
Okay.
Money.
Equipment.
Yeah.
On D&D Beyond.
Huh.
Yes.
There we go. 75?
The tip is always appreciated, dear.
Of course. That's the best
Oh, wow.
I don't think he wants just a tip from Flynn.
So after leaving Lester, that may be the final time I get to do that character in this campaign.
Aww.
I thought you needed one more trip.
One more trip down Lester
I
Lane.
think you want your staff of power.
Oh yeah, he wants it
Possible.
daily, nightly, and ever so rightly.
Yes.
Maybe the electrifying rod, who knows?
As
No more want to fireball, so they won't be left with a burning sensation.
As you make your way
Parry.
towards the slopes, just off the docks,
No, I hear you.
heading towards your father, as you walk down the docks, the floorboards creaking under your steps, the click of your new boots, Clearly, clear for all to hear. You develop a lump in your throat. You're not entirely sure why. You rap upon
It's
the
his
old door
balls.
that you should remember but can't. The one-armed, one-eyed, incredibly scarred man that is your father opens the door. You see a light and joy enter that one almost black eye that he has as he throws his single arm around you and pulls you into his abode. Come, come! We gotta have a drink.
Yeah, I can't stay very long. What I'm about to do is the dumbest thing I've ever done, and that's saying a lot.
That's saying quite a bit.
But before, I figure I'd come have a drink with you.
Thank you for that.
Brought some good rum. I stole it from a dwarf.
Even better. He grabs a couple. Now he lives in the slums, but the influence that he holds within Regalport belies his actual looks. And while he may live in the slums, the interior of his house is fairly nice. As you've been here before, you know, he has a feather bed, he has cabinets, he has cookery, he has a nice little kitchen area that he probably rarely uses, as he looks like he subsists on tobacco and coffee. He is rail thin. As he sits down, eagerly has you pour him a cup, downs the first one, has you pour him another one. So, been getting the Chronicle out here. Didn't care too much for the last copy, but how's everything else that they ain't reporting about?
Yeah, it's not good, but we're going to fix it. Or I'm going to burn a lot of people trying.
Well, I hear a bit of Liam in that, I hear a little bit of Flynn in that. I gotta tell you, I'm proud of the man that you've become. Truly I am. You turned a corner, and you did it in a place where that's not done. Admirable. And I have to tell you how proud of you I am, how proud I am to be your father.
Thank you. Don't go too mushy, so it ruins your reputation.
He kind of laughs. He wipes a tear away from his eye.
Yeah.
You're right.
Just-
It's the dust.
It's
The
someone's
rubs
chopping
in my
onions.
eye. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, someone's chopping onions around here.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's-
You have the only the second real moment that you can remember. But while you only know this man from meeting him before. You can feel somewhere that you can't possibly know. Somewhere in your heart of hearts, you know this man.
Yeah.
And you love this man. And you can feel how proud he is of you. And take that as you will, but as you leave his abode and begin making your way towards the tower, he leaves you with, I know you're going to do something stupid, but I lost you once. I hate to lose you again.
Well, I am sort of a bad penny. If anybody turns back up, it will be me.
Then you stay at Mad Penny, because I need you back in this house.
Maybe not this house. We buy something nicer if I come back.
I gotta keep up appearances, you know how it is.
Then I buy something nice and we come drink.
I like that.
Not that shitty tavern though. That place is. Oh.
Yeah, but again, appearances are everything in this place. But
Maybe have them hide a good
you
bottle.
leave the rest of the bottle of rum. Thanks for the rum.
No, don't drink. Yeah, what am I hanging about? Drink it all.
Oh, it'll be gone by the end of the night.
Take care, old man.
You too, boy.
Alright, that was fun. Time to go.
As you make your way back to the Riger's Tower, you see Ricky sitting on the steps. The illusion doesn't affect the eyes at all. The eyes don't change. It's the only thing that stays entirely consistent. And you can see they're bloodshot, they're red, and it looks like someone who you know for a fact has been stabbed through the gut and just walked it off is tearing up.
The dust here is bad today. Don't worry, we go back to Karnath. That's not so dusty.
Yeah. And you all teleport back? Now you're teleporting to the guild hall
Yeah.
itself.
The
Okay,
most
so
familiar
yeah, the guild
part of
hall
the
you
guild hall.
have the actual teleportation
circle,
circle. So there you do not. That is the one of the only safe places for you to teleport into.
Circles I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably don't want to use the circle I know in those are principalities ever
No.
again.
No. The rest of you, Perry, you hard at work.
Guys,
I want you to go ahead and make 3 tinkerer rolls, please. And these are dexterity based.
I didn't make a joke about your teary eyes.
You didn't?
No, I said the dust
Oh.
was bad.
Oh, wow.
And you agree with
One
that.
was terrible.
I rolled a natural 20, a
Natural 18.
a natural 18, which is a
And a natural 1? Did you roll a natural 1?
no,
Oh,
two.
I was going to say, and you blow up the guild hall, everybody dies.
That's a bit
A
much.
2, which
What,
is
what are you doing? Working with fire in the powder magazine?
Yes.
yes.
David.
Actually, yes. That,
David.
yes.
As of now, Tannerite has been made by, wizard jets.
So that's a 13, a 29, and
A
30
30
plus.
something. Okay, so you've been able to make the 50 rounds of silver ammo.
okay.
You've been able to make 20 silver arrows. And you've been able to complete his armor. So you've got to decide if you want to continue with the armor that you have or if you want to go back to your plate.
I want to go back to my plate.
Okay?
And did I ever end up getting that, the masterwork leather armor with the notice?
Yeah, that's finished.
Okay. Does someone have a card of that one?
I'll still keep the other armor with me.
How many
Just
was there
rolled
for
up.
silver arrows, was it?
Yeah.
20?
20.
Which I give them to you.
Because now I found out that
You all, that night, so we'll get to that in just a second. Rotmir,
Mm-hmm.
you have,
Can I say something?
yes.
The minute she left, I would have gone to my personal quarters
Okay.
and I would have composed a letter to my mother. And I would have gone out to House Civis. I mean, all my goodbyes, everything in the letter, exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I would hire a messenger in House Civis.
Oh, do you want to do the sending? So she gets it?
Did they give you
Yeah.
That's a guarantee. It's 300 gold.
Okay.
Does anybody in town
That's
sell owlbears?
I'm sorry?
Does anybody in town sell owlbears?
Only place that sells.
about his owlbear,
The only place that sells it is in Greenheart. You can head back to Greenheart.
Welcome.
300.
This is why we can't have nice things, Kyle.
I did nothing wrong. I was blessed by Olian, I'll have you know.
On your way back
I
to the
carried
guild
the
hall,
druid's mark.
as you approach, you see the new guard. His name is Terran.
Okay, at the,
Yeah, and he's at the door of the guild hall. As you approach, Anlo opens the door, closes, looks at the guy, then taps him hard on the testicles. The guy, oh shit! He turns around and the guy just throws his lit cigar onto into the back of Anlo's head as Anlo's laughing. Anlo comes coming down the steps, stops, looks you dead in the eyes, and you need a drink. Come on.
okay. You know a place where we
We're going to my place.
get into trouble?
We're going to my place. And he walks down the street, and you once again return to the copper kettle.
Okay, wait,
Walking in,
Is this the place?
yes, walking in, you once again see,
Marketov
yes,
and Corazon?
yes.
Okay.
You walk in, and you once again see that same unwashed, militaristic, mercenary clientele that crowd into this place. And as soon as Anlo steps in, you hear him, "All right, you sons of bitches, Anlo's back, make way!" And he stomps his way up to the bar. And, "I brought my friend Rotmir. Anyone wants to fuck with him? You gotta fuck with me first."
Does he know that I like to be called Thundergut?
Yeah, I'd say he calls you Thunder.
Okay.
Let's say he calls you Thunder.
Aw. Well, somebody did.
Alright.
And you hear sniggers and chuckles and a couple of tiny dwarf thinking he's a man.
Anyone near near me, you say that?
Roll me a perception check.
Not my worst
Natural
roll.
20. Natural 20. Natural 20.
Why would you
11.
cheat them like that?
The smell of booze hits you, and this isn't that grog that Thraka is ever so
Fruit snake.
like. He just loves that stuff, you know. Like the worse it tastes, the better it is. Won't get me drunk for 15 drinks. Throw it over here. No, this is that rum. You know that I'm sorry, not the rum. That is that Carnathi vodka that you have grown to begin to love in this area. Potato based, gets you shit faced as fast as possible. As soon as that hits your nostrils, your mouth is salivating, and the comments fall upon deaf ears as you stomp your way up next to Onlo. And
Okay.
what do you do?
Yeah. I live life while I can, because I might not be able to.
You get at Onlo's. He just taps the bar. The old barkeep looks at him. No, yeah, Onlo. And he puts 3 glasses and fills each with vodka. Now these aren't shot glasses; these are tumbler glasses.
Yeah.
And he fills them, each of them halfway. And Onlo, thank you. And he slaps a couple of gold coins on the counter. Keep them coming. And good, good, good. And then looks over at you.
And I take first one and I smell it.
It smells like ass, like vodka does.
He's good.
And I'm like,
Fuka.
No, it doesn't.
I look at him. Then I.
Come on, drink it down. We got a lot to go. And it's that good burn. Burns all the way to your stomach. You take that one, shoot the next 2, and you hear some murmurs going on around you. And Onlo claps you on the shoulder, taps the bar again, and 3 more are laid out in front of you.
Okay.
This cycle repeats itself 5 times,
All right.
and the outer edges of your vision are gone. You got the tunnel that you're staring into.
Okay.
And everywhere you look, you realize, ooh, my center of gravity is a little higher than it normally is.
Okay.
This is good stuff. You feel a tap on your shoulder.
Okay.
You turn.
I just say, oh, what do you want? What do you want? I don't.
You say that, and you just hear we don't like piss ants in this bar, boy.
Okay. Disadvantage because I'm drunk?
You gonna turn and swing?
No, I'm gonna turn and initiate a grapple.
Okay, so you turn and you go to grab this guy, and you realize as you wrap your arms around him, you're at waist level. I mean, right at dick height. As you run.
Describe what I
Oh.
want. Sure. I'm gonna turn around really quick, grab as much as I can from how
high you can.
just.
You can grab a handful of shirt.
And then I'm gonna use all my weight and strength and bring them down to my level.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a strength check. And this is a Goliath.
Disadvantage.
No, strength check's not a disadvantage when you do. Dexterity checks, definitely.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
So you reach up to this guy, you grab him, and you go to pull him to your face level to yell into his face to intimidate this Goliath that now stands before you. But as you reach up and you grab his shirt and you pull him down, his face meets the top of your head. And as he does, you feel wetness. And he just and backs up and crashes
Can I,
into the table. He's as soon as he hits, you kind of let go from that weird wetness on your. You thought he spit on your head. You look over and he is flat on his back. The table is broken underneath him, and drinks have spilled over the 3 patrons that were at said table.
I'll say, I'm struggling to keep my balance, and I'm like, you all been talking about how small I am. You fuckers want to fight? I'm here.
The 3 people who are now covered in their own drinks that you caused by throwing a Goliath onto their table all stand up.
Okay, and I'm like, you can either drink with me or I'll punch you in the face.
A fight ensues. During the fight, you have to constantly wipe what you think is your blood off of your face, but is not your blood. we don't even need to do rolls for this. You are escorted out of the bar via the town guard.
Okay.
With 7 people completely laid out. Among them 2 half-orcs, a Goliath, and the rest are human. You are laughing as Onlo is next to you shackled, looks at you in the face and goes, "This ain't coming out of my pay, right? This is on you."
This is a bonus.
You two will spend the rest of your drunken night in a cell together.
Okay.
Wake up with the worst hangover you've had in a long time.
Spooning.
With looking through the bars, you meet a very disapproving face of a gruff man with red hair, a red beard, and standing next to him is a familiar guard captain.
Okay. Hello, Captain.
Should have gone for the jailbreak.
She looks at you.
My deepest apologies.
Reaches forward, unlocks the door, opens it up. That man in the town cost you 150 gold pieces for damages. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
The 150.
Oh, well, your stuff was taken off you. It's all given back to you, but it's already been paid. And Onlo gets up and, "Alright, you got me too, right?
Of course.
Alright, I'll get back to my post." And still kind of drunk, Onlo makes his way back to the guild hall. Once again, tapping Taryn right on the testicles as hard as he can. As Taryn limps away, Onlo sits down at his chair, kicks his feet back, and promptly falls asleep.
Okay, outside the door?
Yep. So he is guarding your place with his feet up, snoring very loudly.
I just slap him in the face.
Ugh!
Hey.
You're drunk. Go home.
Get in the bloody
Give me your
house.
keys. Give me your keys.
I have my keys.
You're allowed inside, and you're able to sleep it off.
Okay.
A couple of hours after you bail Rotmir out of prison, or out of jail, I should say, you hear a rap upon the door.
I won't bail him out.
No.
Oh yeah, you're there with her. Oh yeah, and you're giving him shit the whole way, 100%.
Oh, it's my favorite guard captain.
And she, as soon as she sees you, she just.
I wear my tight pants.
And she will, as soon as she sees you, she will very clearly look you in the eye and go, "Why do I always have to see that?"
Why do you always look at it? I think you have an unrequited love.
And she then only speaks very intently at you
My
the
face
rest
is
of the
like-
time. Yeah. A couple hours after this altercation, I don't mean to be rushing through this stuff so quickly, but a couple hours after this altercation, you all receive a knock on the door.
I'll open it. Because I'm pretty sure
As you
Onlo
open
is
the
still
door,
asleep.
you hear Onlo's soft snores.
Hello.
There is a very confused-looking House Civis courier standing there. I have 2 deliveries for
Alright.
you. This, and hands you a box that clinks as he hands it to you.
Thank you. And the other one?
And a rolled piece of parchment.
Thank you.
And he turns around and he leaves.
Now give him a tip of a gold.
He thank you. And he stuffs it into his pocket and leaves. It's just destroying the economy in every town you go to.
Surprise, Anthrax.
Which is causing hyperinflation.
When you open the box, you find that there are 6 potions inside. You recognized that while 2 of them are superior, the other 4 are greater.
Okay.
The other letter is addressed to Flynn.
Ah.
Come take care of your
Hey!
child. This is your first child support.
Lynn, you got
The
some
paternity
choice.
test that came back is yours.
All 5 of
You
them.
are the father. 9!
Flynn, you have a letter.
I shall sweep down the stairs in my majestic new outfit.
Do you have to wear those
Sweep
pants?
down the
Yeah.
stairs.
Oh yes.
Why are you staring at my pants
I
just then?
can't help it.
That's
It's
not
like
true.
a bullseye on it.
Is there a bullseye on it? Please tell me there's actually a bullseye on it.
It's
Just
black
a
leather
legit-
pants, but it's
Oh, disappointing.
yeah. No,
No,
they're just
surprisingly,
they're just
right?
so tight.
Oh.
I don't know how you can move.
And he makes sure to bunch it up, to make sure.
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to have children.
Is
Hey,
it- is it like-
fashion is pain.
Is it like Wolverine in the X-Men where he stuffs a sock down there, to make it look a little bit bigger?
Yeah, but without the sock.
I know enlarge.
This is not adequate.
Oh, God.
Shazam! He knows
And
enlarge, that's
there.
natural, but
Don't worry, ladies. I have a small creature in my pants.
But wait, it's got the magical trick.
He has
It's
a smile in his
larger.
pants.
Oh, he's got a halfling.
So if you could stop staring at my groin.
I'm not doing it on purpose. Just take your damn letter.
Oh, but it seems so majestic.
It's majestic and impressive, but
Perry, I got
No,
potions. No,
differently.
she's just walking away from him. Perry, I got potions.
And Perry and
Oh,
Arnos,
you
you all are able. You've been helping him with a lot of his stuff, so you two are able to take some much needed respite as well. You unfurl the scroll, and it is from Lady Chrysanthemum.
Ooh.
She is staying at the Red Veil,
Sounds like a fancy stripper.
a hotel that you've stayed at a few times.
Is
And
it?
she
Oh.
expects you tonight after sundown.
Oh.
is it after sundown?
No, at this point it's a little after midday at this point.
Shazam!
I must prepare. Fly up the stairs.
Okay,
Literally fly.
No, I just see like his
so
little boots on him.
when you arrive,
No, I have wings now.
Why am I thinking of him in an outfit similar to the Monarch off the Venture Brothers?
there is a we're not. I'm not gonna have you flirt with me the whole time.
No,
No,
It's
do it,
weird.
do it,
It's
do
weird.
it,
No, not tonight, because we have a lot to get. I'm speaking
gets
this stuff up
tricky.
because we have a lot to get through to get where I want to get. us
It'll
to.
get me through, trust me.
I know it will.
It's something for him for later.
Okay, so when you arrive, Lady Chrysanthemum is very cold as she was the last time. I have 3 questions. Number 1, do you acquiesce to her original request?
It's marriage, right?
No. The
Humpity
original
hump.
request was the Humpty Hump Hump.
Fucking, I'm gonna die. Humpity hump hump.
Okay. The second request,
I will arrive with oysters and champagne
then that goes very far.
and big ass roses.
How long have these
Uh,
been?
Every rose in the town.
A rose arch.
Oh my god. No, it's got a balloon arch.
I'll go stealing it from old ladies' gardens.
Oh my god.
Mine.
The
Mine.
entire rose bush.
The second question is, do you acquiesce to her second request?
Which was?
The dun, 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 dun,
Oh!
dun,
Yeah.
Oh!
If I
Oh
don't
my
die
god,
fast.
no! Oh, shit, we got
And then do you acquiesce to her third request?
Which
Put a
was?
baby in her.
Retirement.
Yeah, that's a minor problem because I have to go kill a god. But bright side, if I kill it, then it doesn't kill everyone on this
I
planet.
want you to go ahead and make me a persuasion roll without advantage,
Oh.
because you're at disadvantage for this one.
She cheats too. It's not fair.
Oh.
Yes.
That's a net.
That's a nat 20.
During pillow talk,
Oh, Jesus.
you are able to convince her of your feelings and showing. For those of you watching, he had her convinced that he had taken a vow of chastity for his order, and he couldn't break it upon their first weekend together.
Yeah.
And this
The marriage.
was very disconcerting for Lady Chrysanthemum, who is, like, I guess if Beyonce knows, was single in, this place, traveling around, writing music, singing songs, very famous, had just been shot down by somebody. Like, hard shot down. So she proposed marriage, so that way it would circumvent his vow of chastity, and he still said no. So again, another hit to the ego. Now he's saying yes. They've done it. He agreed to walk down the aisle. Retirement can wait. But when you return,
There will be a great ceremony. I will invite the great people. You won't play because you will be all pretty, yeah.
my point of doing this is I'm tired of traveling and,
I have a keep.
well, I know where you live and we're gonna need a place of our own.
It's in our servants. I mean, the chicken shits on the floor, but that's not that bad.
You see Rock outside the window.
You're able to convince
Winner knows.
her of your leaving and returning. Then when she finds out the severity of the situation, you all do the beast with two backs again.
Oh god.
Yeah, Flynn hasn't gotten laid in a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit. She's very much. She's fine with the agreement is done, but she expects a few things in return, and with how famous you are, you're going to be moving. She is based out of Breland and will continue to do so. Sharn, to be exact.
That's acceptable. I can visit on weekends and weekdays and whenever I really feel like it after Strahd keeps fucking with my teleportation.
She agrees. You have your passionate night and morning with her. The next day, when you return to the guild hall, well after everyone else has already had breakfast and everything, without Lady Chrysanthema, the group is gathered. You are given 2 more doses of holy oil as part of the delivery. Sorry, it was 8 pieces. The 6, and then just add the 2 to the card you already have.
Oh, right, you did give me a card.
I did give you a card. I'm pretty sure I did.
Are you going
Yeah,
to
if
say
not-
goodbye?
I said
Arno?
goodbye 5 times last night.
Oh,
I did 2 in the 2 hours. He actually wanted me to stay the night.
I might say goodbye to me.
Here, use this one for now. Just remember you have
Give me
3.
2
Just
hours
mark the
after and I
3.
agree to it.
Well, just remember it's holy oil.
What does that actually do?
The holy oil turns all attacks radiant. The attack deals radiant damage instead of its regular damage.
Does any of our stuff seem appropriately aged for me?
What do you mean?
You know, since everyone else is saying
No!
goodbye.
Before I
Don't do our staff.
before I go to the meeting, I will.
The very plump cook is well within your age range. She is unmarried.
There's a brothel in town,
She's-
right?
Oh, yeah, there's a couple.
How much is it to rent it out for the night for that dude?
The whole brothel?
Yeah,
I mean, you're looking at a solid 100 gold pieces
For
there.
which
Yeah.
2?
I pay 110 gold pieces, and he does what he wants.
No hitting and no striking, no strangling the girls. No marks.
Yeah, if he wants that, he can negotiate extra. But I rent the whole brothel for
No,
regular.
I run a reputable establishment here. We will not have him doing such things. But any other things he wishes?
What if he wants them to hit him?
I have a female centaur on the premises if you would like me to
Oh my-
select him as well.
Yeah,
Yes, he wants
that's all to pay. I assume that he will want whatever really freakish stuff you have.
Well, we're not going to kink shame Perry,
You said it's shameful.
No king shaming, bro.
but
Everybody.
you are able to have your final night of frivolity. But I want you to go ahead and just roll me a straight d20.
I've done that for Frogger too.
13?
I'll give you the other 100.
There's only one brothel in town.
All
Can we let them
this,
both have their
everything
100?
that's happened lately, the talk of death, you nearly dying again, you constantly seeing your former love in your mind, you're that John that just talks to them.
Oh my god! Okay, no. I will put up the other 110 for Thalka
And
to join
You become
him.
that guy.
No, I don't want to join him.
While the rest of the group, you've never
That
been
would
able
be
to have a
strange.
real conversation about her with them because
This thing is
they
walking
constantly tease you about everything. So you've never confided in them so much. To find people that you can finally talk to, they're naked around you. They give you a massage. They do whatever you ask. The problem is you keep thinking of her. And there's a part of you that you can't wait to die to see her again. But if you die in Barovia, you'll never see her again. So you have a vested interest to come back.
Hey,
But the fucker, the fucking the age train isn't
Thrucker.
balls deep.
You,
No, I pay for him to go.
yeah, you are also invited to this event.
Thrucker
For
turns
your-
it down.
Huh?
Thrucker turns it down.
I rented the whole building out. You
Just
don't have to be in
do
the
it.
So you
same
go
room.
there,
You're not in the
drink,
same
and look at the naked
No,
women?
he's not drinking.
No? So he's not drinking tonight.
No, he's staying at the in his area in the building.
Okay.
He's doing the
And the
samurai thing. The
So you're trying to. You've been drinking
So I'm at
and
110 gold.
fighting and everything. You feel like your
There's a-
key is out of
Oh,
alignment.
okay.
No, it's just he's getting ready to possibly die. So
Yeah,
he's just
you're
like
just trying to bring
meditating.
yourself to center.
Yeah,
And prepare yourself as you've been through a lot.
a lot.
You've died, and you've been brought back. But where you're going, if this is what they say it is, you are for all intents and purposes going to try to kill a god, and that is sobering. Arnos, as a very confused-looking Ricky approaches you and offers for you to partake in the
Bacchanalia?
Bacchanalia for Perry and Thraka, though Thraka
you
turns it
do
down.
know that if I was actually interested in that for one, and partook, that Elena would kill every woman I slept with.
You're damn right I would. As you turn around and there is Lady Elida.
Wait, is she going to church today?
No.
Like, she got clothes?
No,
She's not going-
Lady
she's not going to
Elida
church today,
appears
people.
as Lady Elida usually appears.
She wants her retractable bird penis.
Almost white hair,
turns into a
just a
bird.
hint of yellow in it, going down
That doesn't
past her
change how I
buttocks,
said she
but
wants.
naked as the day is long. Yes.
can I just walk downstairs, go get something to eat?
You
He's
turn
just like
around,
seeing
you see
everything.
her, blush a deep shade of red, turn around and go back upstairs.
Hello, Lady Yoda.
As she watches you go back to your room the whole way. She looks at you and goes, "Oh, Tristan, don't worry. I will be his entertainment for this evening.
I was
I mean,
ask if you were going to be here or not.
you're on your way to die. We have to celebrate."
Oh, wow.
And she takes you by the hand and leads you back up to your room.
By the wing?
I know exactly what Rotmere said.
Oh,
I
so
was
once
just
again you
wondering
have the
when you were
benefit.
going to have him killed by someone new.
So is she willing to have a child?
Oh my god. Damn, he got serious.
As much as she would love to birth you a child, she regretfully informs you that she cannot. That forces outside of her control prevent her from having another child.
What forces are those?
Another?
Powers
hear that.
even greater than my own.
Never he looks up like.
The king of the Nalaris court. A rival court to the Thalanis court.
Well, if I come back and kill your guy, someone could get another.
Then, if you are able to free me from something like that, then I would be more than happy to acquiesce.
What?
Now, you're talking too much.
She's
And
gonna say
all-
yes because they're in
those of you who
He
have
wants
wanted
it.
to have been able to have your final night on this plane, to say your goodbyes to family, to loved ones. For those of you who have no loved ones, send letters to your loved ones who have turned their back on you. But the one who remains, very much a fan of Arnos.
What, you're referring to the one?
I'm referring to Lady Alita, who is currently
Yeah.
choking on chicken.
Wow.
You all are able to go ahead and finish up your nights. Finish the rest of that night. You all are now as prepared as you feel you're going to be.
I know what Rotmere said when he went back up the stairs with food. Go into my bunk.
The good thing there's stone walls, nice and thick.
Yeah, no, you hear
I do
everything
attempt to
closer.
sneak out of the brothel and find some place to go
With your stuff.
No, you're not allowed to go out by yourself. Last time you did that,
with
you
your
got stabbed.
Stuff, man, you sneak like these chicks fall asleep and you sneak away like a shadow in the night.
And I go and think longly of her.
You
Longly.
find the top of your all's guild hall. It's something that you all never were able to use before, but it has a great view of the night sky. And you watch it until the first light of dawn touches your face, thinking of her. And while you hear nothing, there's not a voice that whispers to you from beyond, words of encouragement. You have that feeling in your heart that she's watching, and that she loves you as she did when she gave her life for yours.
I hope my soul doesn't get stuck in that place, because that would be worse than death itself.
That morning, you can all gather. What are you all going to do?
I have numerous questions about how, according to your memory, is there any good food there?
They had werewolf steak, or wolf steak, I should say. You actually acquire a taste for it. Very stringy,
Gaming.
gamey.
Oh, no, I mean if we have to
Both?
re-provision for...
The
I'd
wine.
rather eat carrion.
The wine. Oh, the wine.
Is this good fine?
Very good wine.
You've actually tasted the one that they
Yeah.
brought back, and
Mark
you
it
can
up.
attest to how good it is.
The
Maybe this
absence
wouldn't be a bad place to retire.
You've already made promises.
Well, maybe after it's returned to its
I can have a summer home. Leave me be. You don't know anything. Shut up.
You'll know nothing, Arnos.
Twitter knows everything.
So please remember that if we die there, we
Censored.
will try to bring us back, but
So don't fuck up and die. Yeah.
we'll try
Yeah.
not to die.
Good plan. We go now.
Wait.
Just
Everybody
about, I think
has.
so.
We have enough
great.
rations.
Pass out, if you're going to do potions, pass them out now.
Okay. So let's do that real quick. I would have
Don't give them
bought.
to me, I get one shot apparently.
Yeah, you do.
And then I stay back.
That's
up.
what happens when you piss off legendary giant champion.
You know what? He still didn't
You're
kill
not
me.
champion.
Then he turned into a
Almost.
fox.
Almost.
Then he turned into a fox. He did not win that
That
one.
was a very foxy session.
Turn to a goat, you fuck! We don't have goats. Fox!
I got a fox figure with me, that's perfect.
That was
What
beautiful.
do I name that episode? Actually name it What Does the Fox Say?
Oh my god!
That's the kind of fun we expect from
Yeah,
you.
knowing you, yeah.
Okay, who gets hit the most?
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say. Never mind. Oh my goodness.
That was.
But
that
maybe
was-
we should approach it at...
Who gets
another-
hurt the most?
Who needs it the most?
I'm
I
giving
did a lot.
both of us a grader. Everyone else can divide up
They
the
don't
rest.
have to, I suppose.
There's 4
Well,
others.
what's it? The graders are the big ones?
No, the superior are the big
There's
ones.
no silver
Superior.
arrows.
Do you want the two superiors?
No, give the superiors to the ones they do most benefit. Like the ones that get knocked
So
down
probably
to HP.
Arnos and Flynn, or
Yeah.
I'm likely to
Arnos and
smack.
Perry.
Give ones that give
Okay.
20 HP back, because apparently that's what Flynn is scared of,
Well,
according to Facebook comments.
if you look at it percentage-wise, the
Suspicious.
superior potions help the people with less hit points more.
I might actually have more hit points than Barry.
No, Perry's got a lot of hit points.
He does actually.
182.
I'm close, but not more. I'm in like 99.
All right, we have two more. We have one more left. Kyle, there's a regular potion.
I,
They have a potion of greater healing.
I usually use my magic on you guys, so.
Yeah. I just have this as a just in case we are not close enough to them
Yeah.
and everything.
Pretty much.
So we have all our winter clothes. I would have gotten.
Yeah.
Picked up anything from my wardrobe.
You know, it is
when I
pretty
was
much
there.
perpetually winter. There is winter, and then deep winter, and then holy shit deep winter.
When we left.
Stop talking about Fort Drum. I'm done. I'm retired.
No, when we left, it was a deep winter.
Not
So
quite
I
as
still
funny as
have
that.
the hammer of the Watcher and the armor of the Watcher.
We could watch it.
So I don't have that.
Those of you who want to attune to things before you leave, get your 3
Yeah.
attunements set up. If
Mine
you're
are-
changing any of them.
Mine
I
aren't.
already took care of that one. Cloak of the Bat Lady.
If you do not have any warm clothing, please get it now because it is freezing there.
I'm a dwarf.
No, this is colder than home. A lot colder than
But
home.
that was built for winter.
Well,
Yeah, I'm good.
my armor protects me just fine.
Winter's coming.
I'm good.
Winter is
Yes,
there.
chicken does belong in the deep freezer
I need 2 more.
when it's not
Yeah,
being
yeah,
set
I'll-
up.
I'll
Yeah,
give
we
it to
gotta
you.
get her.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Anything else? We have all the rations.
Yes, I meticulously pack our rations.
All our rations. We still have all our
Because
rope
as well as a
and
good
climber's
fighter,
kits,
I
right?
am a
Mm.
Right.
quartermaster.
Do we need anything else like states?
Yeah.
We have holy oil.
Mark one off.
Maybe a real priest to bless us.
I am a real priest. I was ordained.
You know, I've been doing work at the
Apparently you're a
church. We can go
pirate
there and get
godchild.
Somewhat.
some blessings before we go. We
We will assume that you guys have
No.
gone to do all your churchly things before this point, that you guys have made your peace with whatever power you call your patron.
I will
Alright.
talk to Wasaga.
And the tradition that
We
should
don't talk
start.
about him.
But
Well,
You all
okay, so are
good
you
for a
all
simple
ready
job?
to begin the...
no.
No.
Thinking that
As I
this
begin,
Might feel it.
we have
It's
to
left
throw
out of
some
that.
right?
Are you all ready to begin that?
Are we ready?
Okay. When you concentrate, you hear Lasaga's voice. You must leave the city.
Okay.
If you were to do it here, and God forbid, they find a way to use it against you, they would have an immediate egress into this city. Best to do it outside its gates.
Should we-
The only place that this will bring you is to a place within Barovia that is closest to death. The graveyard of the village of Barovia. Be wary. Time flows differently in that realm, and we know not how long it has been.
That's very true.
Yo, if they could come back if we fail,
one
let's
thing
go
I
to
did
the place
forget,
where all
though.
those fucking gnomes are.
One of the things I did forget that you discovered in the Tome of Strahd is that Strahd realizes that there is a time difference between the material plane and his
Yeah, you
realm.
did tell me that.
And one of the things that he realized is to make this plane counterminus with the material plane, he has to bring those times in line with each other. And that is one of the reasons he's consuming the souls. So while it was set to like 10 years to 1 year,
Yeah.
he's trying to bring that ever closer. So you have there's no telling how long has actually passed in the 2 years since you guys have been to Barovia.
So we go.
So walk up to you and just hugs you, like tight.
I know, Tristan. We go to our death.
Hopefully we get to see Task.
Oh, that'd be great.
Well, when we're through slaying Strahd, I could use your help slaying another one, so.
What?
We'll talk about it after.
No.
I'll
What?
walk up to you,
I guess he's walking away. What?
give you a very, very sweet smile, and then nut tap you.
I said,
While all this is happening,
Oh, is this a
I
game?
tear up and I go and hug everyone. Allo, the cook, all of the servants, all of you guys.
My hug better be longer than theirs. I'm just saying. I am your sister.
I sit down and I write out a letter to Cade. I give it to Unload to send,
Yeah. I
Yes.
should tell him.
letting him know what's going on.
This is the other bottle of rum I stole from the dwarves. Drink it.
I'll give it to good home.
Taryn. Whack, right in the nose.
That's what they
God damn it!
And then I go up to Terran and give him 50 gold.
How can you actually do damage with dainty little sorcerer wrists?
Have you ever been nut tapped by anybody?
Or
My
maybe
2-year-old daughter nut tapped me one time. I was done for a week.
It's a 50-50 chance for it to affect me.
Depends on what, like, you only got one, so they may
Yeah,
just hit
it
an empty sack.
depends if it hits
That's
the...
what
Gotcha.
you thought it was
Gotcha.
testicular
The
distortion.
imposter or the real one is...
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's rough stuff.
I should do
As you all collect up, gather your gear, get your excess food.
So Terran's getting 50 gold.
Okay. Get your excess food and walk out the door. As you open the door, you are taken aback by the person standing before you. He looks up at each of you and goes, "You didn't think you were going to leave without me, did you? At least without saying goodbye, you bastards. You guys actually going back, huh?"
Hey! Well, I guess I won't be needing this letter anymore.
And Cade, tears in his eyes, comes up and hugs each of you.
Oh, I pick him up.
Oh, yeah.
I pick him up.
He looks in. I don't know you.
I don't know you either.
Take care of them for me. And he takes you by the hand.
I
Oh, no, he's a crusher.
Pick him up.
Cade with his two.
I'll show the scar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do the same thing to show the scar. That you all are part of his clan, except for you, Thraken. He says his goodbyes and tells you, I wish I could go with you all. I really do. But I can't leave my people like that.
In case something should happen to us. Yeah, people are needed more.
Well, I mean this with all of my heart, kid.
If you all fail,
Stay out of my vine.
stay away from halflings.
Yeah, that's his problem, not mine.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
You're just gonna, He'll say a couple of puns that I'm not going to even try to think of, as Joe, a previous player of ours, we miss you, Joe, we love you, rattles off a whole bunch of Kate puns, as he normally is wont to do. Ask your permission to stay in his old room
Aye?
for a couple of days while he's in town, trying to set up trade through his tribe and Karnath itself, and he thought, what better place to start than Carlacton with Lady Morwin.
Your home is always here. As
You
well.
have your room.
Feel free to stop anytime.
Well,
I knows, yeah.
I peed on the bed. I was very drunk. It was an accident. I'm sorry.
He introduces himself to the staff. They make their way in. He's a lot more somber than what you would expect him to be, but circumstances as they are, he's saying goodbye to his friends who are probably going to die.
He's still in the rolls of the guild, so.
He is.
Right.
He is one of you.
So we go outside now?
I'll give him one last hug. So we'll say hi to Cass.
Should we inform Lady Morrowind that
We'll see you guys keeping her apprised of when you're heading in.
Oh, I got this.
something might come through whatever we open?
So I'll know, you can tell him.
Ah, fuck it. That's given the incentive that we might fail. Don't go with that mindset.
Look, there might be something that comes through when we open this. So
Well,
Just
give the-
you're not going to do it around me,
no,
right?
just give the city guard a heads up.
Okay, that'd probably go over very well.
No,
well, have yourselves.
Later, Morrowick.
Yeah, don't tell the guard.
Remember, I'm paid up for another month, so if you all die, I'll at least be here for another month.
How much do we owe you per month?
It's a stipend, my man. You can talk to Rutmir, he's done. Or
We should probably
he's
renew that
done.
for a
Well,
while.
I've already paid you for the next 3 contracts.
Well, you don't literally let you do that. I mean, you put the money aside, but if you tell me what that money is, then I can do it for you.
Yeah. It's in his room. He usually hides it under his bed. There's like a box.
If we don't come back, take whatever you need from the vault.
done it since I was a
Keep
child.
this.
Derek keeps his in his keister.
Whatever money's there, for as long as it is, then I'll be here. And Cade goes like, I'll try to help out with that. Make sure.
So remember now, this is very important.
They're on the lease.
Don't let him touch my
Poor
vine.
fellas.
You got the key? Well, lock it up before you go.
I already
And okay, then.
Alright,
There's
Crack
a
Sparrow, we know.
powerful-
We don't want you, nobody wants your
Powerful
wine.
curse upon it.
They're really.
So what you're saying is anyone that would try to break in to get your wine would have to contend with the
That's his
powerful
new
curse
name,
that may
Crack
kill them?
Sparrow.
Disintegration, melting, all the awful
wearing
shit you
pirate
get
pants.
with wizards do.
I've seen the collection. Might be worth it. You all have yourselves a fine trip, and if y'all don't make it back, I'm sorry to see you go.
Well, I'll be back. I don't know about the rest of these assholes. I have to get laid again.
I did promise Father grandchildren.
Flynn has been in an uncharacteristically joyous mood.
I know why.
And he's been so
Because you
much
weren't
friendlier with all of you for some reason, and you haven't been able to figure out why.
Is he gonna blow us
I
up?
scratch my head and say,
Probably.
vagina.
I'm sure he's got one.
How about you a whorehouse?
He's
Oh, yeah.
wearing the tight pants.
No, he
Are you sure about that? Do you not see what's there? It's
We
not.
all
It's not
see what's
great,
there.
That's a huge
but it's
clip.
there.
Right, we go outside now.
Huge cut
There's a
underside.
speed
You
bump
all
on his lower area.
head out past Carlacton. Yes.
How does Hamish work between the planes?
Oh, that ain't it, bro.
Remember, he's in your own personal pocket dimension. So as long as you still have the emblem, which you always carry with you, you have access to him.
It's bound to your local.
Yeah,
server,
yeah.
so you don't have to worry about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's on your local server, not, the World Wide Web.
Yeah, it's a pen, not a wham.
Tactical
Does
code
it seem like we
incoming!
can bring those with us through the door?
You can walk through the door if you wish to take anything with you. But you all have... You two have been to Barovia before, there are no horses in Barovia. There are no mounts in Barovia.
No.
They were eaten long ago.
Well, that doesn't mean that ours might be eaten.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
Yeah.
fear, overriding fear in the place.
Oh, okay. So
You're not sure how well that would work.
Yeah, I don't recommend taking Hamish.
Something like Hamish is immune to fear. That's
I'm
different.
just saying.
What about
There's a lot of stuff that tried to.
That may drive her into homicidal rage.
as long as you don't need us,
Well, you're close at hand.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember, the pervasive fear of that place, it plays with your emotions. No, it can slowly drive you mad as well.
Right.
Not too long.
So,
Everyone, say goodbye to La Saga.
Goodbye, Lasaga. Thank you for your help.
I will miss our conversations very much.
And may this put you at peace.
And I will try very hard to redeem him. And I am eternally sorry if we do not.
You just feel a warmth. As you all make your way out of the city, soberly, you can find yourself a spot away from it. There is no place isolated enough within Karnath itself that you could place this door that wouldn't place at least somewhere in danger. You know the ritual to reconnect the three pieces of the door. As you do so, you extend Lasaga's thread, the family hammer, now renamed for her presence. As you concentrate and allow her to extend her energy through you, you can feel what's left of her essence slowly ebb until there's nothing in the hammer but the faintest touch of her presence. Lasaga's threat becomes a +3 weapon, but you lose one of its main abilities. You are no longer able to call upon her wisdom. But that is her final parting to you. You all see as Tristan stands with tears streaming down her eyes, holding the hammer, an old woman bathed in white light, a smile on her face, something that you remember being old and haggard and evil, so at peace as it steps forward and walks between the plane of the door, her essence peeling away from her body and becoming the portal, the opaque gray portal that stands now between you all and once again re-entering Barovia.
I guess we gotta go through a big old hag now.
Well, let's go meet Task and learn some songs.
I'm ready.
yeah, I have one more village to burn. Too soon? Too soon. What? It's humor, I'm trying.
Well, at least Kate's not here to hear
I
that.
extend my
asshole.
sword,
Yeah. Insensitive
and
ass.
I got my shield, and I go through first.
Pop 2 holy bullets in my rifle, click it in, and follow.
Adjust my junk, grab my staff, and walk through.
As you all make your way through this doorway,
I'll go last.
you all have done teleportation magic. You all have done planar travel. This feels like nothing like that. You simply walk through what you two recognize as that opaque, dead gray mist that pervades all around Barovia. Under the power of Strahd. as you step forward, walking for what feels like minutes before you stop, blinking, bleary-eyed, looking around you at the half-light of dusk. The clouds in the sky mask any of the stars, and there's only the faintest bit of light to the east on the horizon. Around you are dozens upon dozens of erect gravestones, statues of angels crying over graves, extending as far as the light allows you to see in each direction. And the two of you know that if this is indeed the cemetery of Barovia, the village of Barovia, it has been far increased in size from when you were here last. If that's the east, you know to the south is straight ahead, where you will find the church of Barovia.
Let's head to the church.
I'd like each of you to make me a perception check, please.
And I'm going to be using the primeval awareness.
Okay.
Because I hate these undead.
How far does that extend?
Favorite terrain, enchanted forest. 6 miles.
Oh.
Where am I looking?
Do we have time for me to talk
That's
to
it.
the
That takes like an
before
hour,
we go?
doesn't it?
5 minutes.
Oh, this is different.
10 minutes, I think.
10
I
minutes.
saw it.
10 minutes
You
makes
did
more
good.
sense.
Give disadvantage?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Because you have to expend a spell slot to use it, correct?
Actually,
Primal awareness?
yes.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah, but what's the radius?
1 mile.
1 mile?
Mm-hmm.
He gets a lot more.
Or like, whatever his says,
Well,
because I
you're
can't
not
seem to find
currently
it.
standing in an enchanted forest. This
What are you
area
talking
would be more like grasslands, which is a mile, correct?
Mm.
Duration, minute, per spell level, radius 1 mile, 6 miles in favorite terrain.
Oh, okay. So I'm not in favor of training. So.
As you stop and concentrate, and you sink your hands into the earth and begin to commune with this area, you immediately feel something is very wrong. Your communication is weak, but you feel given enough time you can establish a connection. Though the connection feels different than when you were in Corvair. You've done this quite a few times since getting the power, just trying to feel out what you're able to do.
Yeah.
And this is the only time this has felt like this. You just know that they're there. You don't get the exact location, the exact numbers, any of that. Oh yeah, there is undead within a mile of you.
And then my perception's a 13.
And as you turn slowly in a circle, you realize there's undead within a mile of you in every direction.
16.
We're surrounded.
16, 13,
He got a 20.
natural 20,
22.
22,
That's a 19 for me.
19,
Just checking perception. That's going to be a 24.
24. Okay, so you as you suddenly break your connection, you hear what sounds like stone thudding into earth. And you immediately, somebody just knocked over a gravestone.
I mentally send that out to everyone.
And you hear the same thing.
Okay.
And as that happens, you all realize how oppressive this mist is. Anything beyond 60 feet of your vision may as well be invisible. And after a few moments, you can barely see what looks to be shadows coming out of that mist. You see an 8-foot tall figure, strange, lupine-like rear legs, but standing like a man, wearing chainmail that looks like it's been pulled from various bits of armor. Takes 3 steps forward to where you can just make out the red dots in the middle of each of its eyes as it snarls, "We've been waiting for you!" And that's where we're going to take a break.
Yeah!
We're gonna take a little bit longer than normal because we're gonna get some food. We got some Grubhub coming, but keep watching. We'll be back here in a little while after we get some food in us to have ourselves. Well, we'll see what happens. What's coming up?
Back to the land.
Let's
of
close the
dead.
doors and let's get back to this thing. Let's start this fight. So, starting off, I would like each of you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiativa.
Can I say something?
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
On your initiative.
Oh, before.
Oh, son of a bitch!
I was just gonna respond.
Every goddamn time.
Sure, I'll let you respond.
I'm quote
Well,
unquote.
we're here now.
Oh, he rolled an H20.
We're fucked.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think we'll do fine.
damn it, we are.
Fucking
No.
wow.
Wow.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh. Oh, really bad.
This is
Are
gonna be
these
interesting.
all werewolves or
No.
was it just like one or two werewolves?
Oh no, there's no dead in
Are
there.
there owlbears?
Sadly, the two unpainted models that got lost in the shuffle of the rest of my painting are the werewolves. They were meant to have already been done, but they were on my table with a whole bunch of other things that had to be done too. The one next to the big brute and the one right there. Okay, so 20 to 25.
Natural 20, 27 if it matters.
20.
So Perry, followed by him, then you. 15 and 20.
She got 17, I got
So
16.
16.
17 and 16?
No, 16 and 15.
16 and 15? Alright.
Oh, you have a negative?
Yeah. Negative 1.
Negative uno.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Thraka
Don't say
first,
much,
right?
Yeah.
Alright. 10 to 15?
Nearly the lowest roll I could get. A fucking 10!
God damn, Kyle. Hold on
Alrighty.
me.
So,
No, I can't roll.
let me do this.
You can't roll a 0. Fuck off, I rolled a 0 once, okay?
Roll.
5.
He pulled a
You were
me.
too busy responding.
Yes.
you thought of that quip and you're like, oh shit, I should be ready for the fight.
Probably be ready for this shit.
Kyle,
So,
It was
by
on
the
a
tone of your
20.
voice, I heard My Chemical Romance start to
as
play.
soon as this
Right?
very
The angst.
large werewolf growls this greeting,
Welcome to the
these
Black Parade.
obviously undead creatures begin to very quickly, for most of them, rush toward you. Some are a bit on the slower side. As a matter of fact, the ones that look like this and that one and that one
The hunched ones?
are slow. The hunched ones look slow. The upright ones are all fast.
So the ones in the 3-point stance.
Yes, the ones in the 3-point stance are slow. That's why I tried to do that. Make it nice and easy. They do have red, blue, yellow, or green stickers on them. So if you need to know, just give me a description and the color on them, so I can track them. There are a lot of enemies
Is
here.
that the one that was snarling at us?
No, the werewolf next to it was.
Oh, that one. Okay.
That other one looks like it's a bunch of zombies that have been stitched together into one bigger zombie.
And for when you said red pupils, I was thinking werewolf lord.
Yeah, these things are pretty big.
Oh, so that's a
Barry,
direct
what are you gonna
Colossus
do?
off of MTG.
Well, the one that spoke to us,
Yes.
Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then, is this within 60 feet?
Yes.
Oops.
I'll move your characters around. I'll give you guys, just tell me how far you want to move. It's gonna be. We don't have a grid today, so.
Move me to there so that I don't hit the two of them with it. And then firing at over here. Conjure Barrage.
Okay, Conjure Barrage. For that spell. You already have it up on your phone?
I do.
-1 to hit for heavy weapon penalty.
Did I not take it or did I not put it in here?
That's like a shotgun, right?
More like an exploding shot, I think.
It's right here.
More appropriate.
Let's see here. Non-magical weapon or fire piece of non-magical ammunition does wholly count as magical.
So 60-foot cone, starting from you. So 60-foot cone is gonna hit these four here. I'll even include that one there. So you're gonna be able to get those.
Dexterity saving throw.
For each of those. Alright, so.
Okay, so it's a blunderbuss.
That's not a blunderbuss. That's a flamethrower, man.
What? Yeah, why it doesn't matter, I suppose.
Okay.
You think you do that, either?
Wow. Colors, he's great. Alright, so damage, please.
My DC, I think, is a 16.
Yes.
Okay. Damage is...
There's
And this
That's
is
11.
17
silver
on the dice.
bludgeoning damage. Or
Yeah.
silver piercing damage, sorry.
which means I need to add additional, I think, D6 to it. So that's a 5 plus...
17 on those 8, the D8 on the D8s.
Oh,
22
okay.
total.
Yeah, 22 total.
22 total? Okay.
I can't read.
Is-
And since that was a spell, that counts as my full action.
Yes, that is your full action.
Can't read.
Action surge, do it again, no balls.
So let me see. Hold on, let me get all this written out because I got a whole bunch of different enemies. I got 5 different enemy types and a whole bunch of stuff to keep track of. Alrighty.
And that consumes a piece of my ammunition. 8 feet? Yeah.
Check the feed.
Check the feed.
Yeah.
What's up?
Table's not visible, maybe.
I got it.
It was visible enough, I suppose. It's kind of, this is a pretty wide battlefield, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we may be missing
I'd worry
this
more
some
about
stuff. That's just maybe the way it has to be.
I just hope we're getting audio, just make sure everything's squared off.
What color is
No,
red?
just looks a bit check
Alright.
myself.
Yeah, that is gonna be. Alrighty. So
You need to-
Perry,
wait, you need to raise that one.
raise it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Give it a minute.
Okay. So I'm not gonna wait.
And I already used my
Yeah,
bonus
try not
action.
to-
So Perry, that is it for you, correct?
And there's really not too much that I want to move.
Okay.
No, it's
These
perfect.
guys
Actually.
are
Perfect.
40 feet away. This one is coming straight in at Thraka. And this one, since you just shot at him, is going to come in straight in at you. Okay, so Thraka, as this guy comes bounding forward, he jumps, swings at you with both of his claws, and then
Entropic
attempts
Ward
to
gives him disadvantage on the.
I'm sorry?
Entropic Ward gonna pop that.
Okay,
Gives
for
him
your reaction?
disadvantage. Yep.
Okay. Alright, so that is going to be a 14.
Nope.
Okay, the second claw, that is an 18.
Nope.
And the bite. That is a 22.
Yep.
Okay.
I can't pop it.
Not on him. He's a little too far away. But Perry is close enough.
Okay.
Oh, that is a grand swing total of 13 piercing damage.
To me,
Yes.
I'm gonna fit.
Okay. Perry, same thing on you. The 2 claw attacks. That is a 15
That is a no.
and a 17.
That's the no also.
The bite, that is a 20.
That's a hit.
Go ahead and roll your d8. What's your AC?
18.
18, yeah.
So don't roll a 1.
Yep.
As this thing comes bounding, leaps at you, you jump out of the way as it tries to sink its claws into you. And right as it goes to wrap its jaws around your thigh, you see a shield come out and just smack it right in the head, knocking it away. It backs up and roars at you.
I wink at him.
Flynn, you're up.
You're like,
Thraka, you're on deck.
Greater invisibility, quickened.
Okay, let me pull out.
do we have the thing?
Shapoopy!
We still need to know where you are.
Alrighty. Can I line up the ugly limper with the 2 werewolves?
With what?
60-foot line.
You'd have trouble doing it. You can get both the werewolves in a line, but you wouldn't be able to get
I
anything
was
else.
about to say, if you get that gray one, I think that gray one's a headstone.
Yeah, the gray one's a headstone. Yeah.
Alright. Fireball-ish in here. Where can I maximize it?
You think basically straight ahead.
You could probably get 5 targets if you shift it closer to the yellow one over there. On the
If
corner.
you want to
Nice
shoot
little
over this way,
triangle.
you'd get more, or this way, you'd get more.
I just want to get as many hits as possible.
Then you want
Try
to
and
go this
put
way.
that werewolf at
But this is where the biggest clump of enemies is.
No, he would still only get 5.
That's the one that I put my hunter's mark on, isn't
I
it?
think.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult to.
Yeah,
assess
it'd be
that.
hard. You could hit
Maybe,
like
right?
these 4. You could hit
Well,
like
remember.
these 4. You get which 4 do you want to hit?
I kind of want to drop it in here to catch him and that dude.
Okay, so you catch him. He'd just be out of it. So it'd be those three.
Can I pull it over to here to get those?
Get the
Sure.
Alright, do that.
Okay.
Do we have the thing for his
That's a
hunter's mark?
headstone.
I'm sorry?
For his hunter's mark?
Dude, wolf.
No, I'm talking about the one David pointed at.
Yeah.
I'll get it in a minute. Alrighty. So damage,
You
please.
should bring the green laser pointer without the splitter
Oh,
and
holy crap.
blind the cameras. Right? Blind everyone here.
41.
Alrighty.
There.
Okay, and then that one. It's already been hit. Has not been hit. What color's that one? Yellow.
Dumb question. +3 only gives me an extra plus on the to hit it.
Hit and damage.
Hit and damage. Okay. So that means
Yeah, if a +1 gives you +1 on hidden damage, then +2. Yes.
Alrighty. Thraka, you're up. Tristan, you're on deck.
30 feet straight up.
So, since I now have extra attack about down
I got
time,
it.
I'm going to beat the shit out of this.
Here.
I got it.
This.
We got a whole lot of time making these fucking things. Let's go ahead and move them. So what are you doing? Thraka?
Since my normal action, since I have extra attack now, I'm going to swing twice into Dum Dum over there.
Roll to hit.
Does my samurai thing give me advantage on both or just one?
It's just one. It's the next attack you do.
Okay, so I'll pop. No,
Okay, so
I will not. I will not.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit and a 21 hit? Or no, that's 22.
Both hit.
Okay, sweet. And then damage. It's not a giant.
As you slash this creature, you see your blade impact its flesh, leaving a ragged wound across its chest that instantly closes. You swing back and try to hit it in the neck, taking out a gouge of its flesh that you see also instantly closes. It smiles at
Do
you.
I even roll damage?
Nope.
Okay.
Is that your silver weapon?
I don't have a silver weapon.
I told you all to get them.
Y'all never give me a silver weapon.
He was doing all those modifications.
He was doing.
Well,
He
enough
can't-
of that now.
He can't. David said that he couldn't like do the thing, so I'm gonna action surge then.
Okay. That's your
Yeah.
bonus action. What are you doing?
So let me just pop that real quick. Action surge.
Squidlies.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Right where I dropped the boomer.
Where'd you drop it? Okay, then squidlies.
It's the Varge Black Tentacles, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the range?
It's a 20-foot square within like 120 feet.
Oh, that one.
Oh, within 90 feet.
90 feet.
Yep. Got you. Thank you.
But he has spell sniper, so it's...
Tristan.
Are any of them within the undead, I should say? Are
No,
any of
no,
them within
yeah.
30 feet?
Pretty much everything on this side. This guy and this guy's within 30 feet of you. And this guy's within 30 feet of you.
Maybe wait.
Couple to roll. Let him close in before he pops open.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
Then I'm going to help out with Thraka. So I'm going to move up. Yeah, that way if they come over. And I'm going to attack the sucker with the saga.
Roll a hit.
Remember, +3.
Add a +1 to your to hit bonus.
So instead of a 12, it's a 13.
Gonna miss
Damage
on
too?
that sword.
Yeah, it's a hit damage.
Gains special nothing to werewolves.
Natural 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's magic.
Second attack.
Well, his axe is magic too.
No, but it literally doesn't do the damage.
That's
Maybe.
It doesn't do the damage they get immune to.
18 to hit.
18 is a hit. Damage, please.
They're immune to.
I'm not going to roll that thing.
No.
It does not like me now.
Well, no, these are David's werewolves.
So balls
Oh,
are
that's better.
4.
That's what
14
that strength
plus.
thing. Plus 9.
23 damage.
22 damage?
23.
23 holy
damage.
damage.
Holy silver damage.
Holy silver motherfucking damage.
This, when you see Tristan step up and hit this creature with her hammer straight in its chest, you see its flesh burn and sear, and it howls in pain from the silvery touch of the weapon.
You hit it almost as well as I can with my eye.
It is now a whole bunch of my turn.
No.
Because I rolled a bunch of 8 pluses. Literally 4 8 pluses. Okay, so starting with these guys. Their speed is 30 feet. Alrighty. So this guy's going to move in. That guy, if you can hand me him, please. He's not going to make it all the way, but he's going to get up to about right here.
Definitely
This
another
one's going to
than
move
that.
in all the way. Yeah, this thing is. They want to double team you.
Oh,
Just the way Tristan likes it. Okay.
What about heavy yellows?
Pure innocent, damn it.
Oh, Poppy.
No. I got my guys ready. So it's
Well,
blue and yellow.
It's not one color.
It's not my color. It's not my color. It's not my color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not my model.
Yeah, that's what
Okay, it's model, and then the model has a color on it. So you can
Okay,
tell me, like, if you're attacking these two guys, the ghoul with the arm, blue. The ghoul with the arm, yellow. You know?
Okay.
Damn.
Each model.
Or if you pointed it, I can differentiate it on my sheet.
Each model denotes a different kind of enemy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so Triswin, these things are coming after you with their 4 attacks. And they're each attempting to get you with their claws, though they have axes at their hips. So the first 2 attacks, that is a 19
No.
and a 9.
No.
Dude.
Yeah, don't do that.
That is a 21
Yes.
and a 7.
No.
Alrighty, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Nick, maybe not use the rolling thing since they can't see into it.
Yeah.
Who?
You. Don't use
People on
that.
camera.
I could see it.
Oh no, it's fine. You can use it. That's fine. That is
Con?
6 points of necrotic damage. And what's your con?
That's a 14.
14?
Plus 3.
Okay, so you took 6 necrotic damage. Your maximum hit points is also reduced by 6. Perry, the
Nice.
2 attacks on you. That is a 19,
That's a hit.
and that is a 9.
That is not a hit.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
I've already used my warning maneuver.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, don't we get a bonus from?
Nope.
No, he didn't give us a meal. But am I close enough to her? Not that it's gonna matter.
No, you're not.
Oh, okay. 5.
5. You take 6 points of necrotic damage, and you reduce your maximum hit points by 6. Now it is this guy's turn.
The fuck?
Do me a favor, Kyle.
Yo.
Move this guy and put
Big-
him right next to here. Yep.
Did what?
Yep.
Bad mojo.
Right about there. Okay. That's easy for him. So now, these guys.
The ghouls. They're nasty.
Oh, man. Okay, this guy's gonna move up. This one's gonna attack you.
Isn't he lumbering?
These guys, their speed is still 30 feet. They're just slow.
Bad monkey.
This one's gonna move up. This one's gonna move up. And this one is gonna move up, but it's not gonna make it. So only one is gonna make
since
it
they
into
start-
you.
What about those ones that attack Perry? Did they pass their saves? Against the hentai?
Yes. They took damage, but they passed their saves to be able to move.
Oh, so I have to roll the damage real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the damage. You real quick. That is a 18.
Nope.
And they have 3 attacks. Sorry. That is a 17.
Nope.
And that is a 26.
That's a hit.
With its claw, it rakes its claw right against your shoulder, dealing 10 points of slashing damage. Damage?
14?
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. So then it is now finally these guys. Like I literally rolled all of my people right one after the other. I hate that. This guy will make it. This
Yes,
guy
until
will
you hate
not.
it so much.
No, I do because it's just so much work. That guy will make it a parry.
So
You
what
have
did y'all
evasion,
do
right, Barry?
to piss
I have
off
what?
the entire
Evasion,
werewolf
right?
clan and ghoul clan?
Okay, so
I'm the one on reservation.
No, but I figure you're gonna do something, so I'm gonna move anyway.
this is the attack on you. This is a single attack on you. This is trying to hit you with its claw. That is a 19.
That is a match.
That is a match. Okay, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
We should have had snacks,
Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna include
like
it.
rotten snacks.
Wow, that's all of a 13.
Oh, I don't want to be in a
Gorman.
fucking.
That is a 13.
Uh-huh.
You are within the 10 feet from Trisman.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then that is a 16.
HP 12.
Yeah.
That is better than a 13.
You want that?
As the creature's claws dig into your flesh, you can feel every muscle in your body attempt to seize all at once, but you manage to fight off the effect. Parry.
What am I gonna do?
This is a single attack. This is a 16.
That's a miss.
Alrighty, and that is going to end there. My turn. So Arnos, followed by Rotmir. You're on deck.
Times. Now what do I do?
Fly.
Right?
No, if he flat flaps, he gets attacks of opportunity against him.
Yeah, 2 of them. No, 3.
That's a lot of
There's only
attacks.
2 within melee
Oh,
range.
that's right, yeah. No, I was like, knowing that one's.
I'm like,
Little
what the
bit
grapple? Just like pull
You have
back down.
evasion,
I'll
right?
go ahead and use
There.
that. Quick. I'll go ahead and use my P point to withdraw from
Oh
it,
my
please.
god.
Okay, and where are you going?
I do not.
Oh.
I'm just gonna put that out
As you
there.
just let, you're like, I'll let David use these things he made.
Kind.
Well, I was going to move over behind the ghouls, but,
You know, you should have told him that before
Right here?
he put that thing
No,
down.
that's good.
That's good right there?
You could, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be shooting arrows at them regardless.
Okay,
I'm going to put some silver arrows into this werewolf.
roll to hit.
I want the ability to flat
I've got the
flap
damn
now.
thing. Check my attack.
Whenever you go back to buy your owlbear,
Yeah, stop that.
you can go flap flap, okay?
They don't flat flap, they run run.
Well, you can pretend you're flapping on it.
That is a 21.
21 is a hit.
Sweet. Or
Say otherwise.
6. 6.
Go, go, go.
Oh, you suck. That is 8. 12 points of damage.
All
Silvery piercing damage.
Yep. Next attack.
Not so much.
You don't go before me. do you?
Aha! That is significant. That's a 20.
That is a hit.
Sweet. 7 points of silvery
I
piercing
go
damage.
before.
Alrighty.
I'm not gonna be able to.
I really hope I can retrieve those.
Arnos, any other actions?
Saying that way I can
That
do,
was a
turn.
No, that was everything.
Okay.
Everything I could do.
Rotmir, you are up, followed by Perry.
I go
Do you have
before you, so I'll
measure?
drop the fireball first.
Yes, I do.
No, I can't do that. That's a bonus action.
That way they can make me get damage from running out and then running back in when they're done.
So you are suddenly
Mounted.
Okay, and
The same for you.
that's my action.
that is your action. You still have a bonus action and a move action.
No, that was Flynn earlier.
It is half your speed to mount him.
Nope,
Oh, no, he said
5.
all that.
5 feet. Oh yeah, that's right. You have the increase.
Awesome.
Mounted combatant.
Don't you deny his awesomeness with your ignorance.
You shot regular arrows at that wolf now?
They were made of balsa.
I think I burned.
What you doing,
some of my
Rotmir?
luck.
I'm going to go for the biggest guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for the biggest guy.
Yeah, already decided.
You're not leaving anybody's threat range, so you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you're doing? You have a bonus action.
I don't have anything. I yell at him.
Okay.
I could do that.
Perry, you're up, followed by me.
Alright. I'm going to shoot
At
at that guy.
the one in front of you.
Yeah, the one who's pissing me off.
You will have disadvantage.
No.
Oh, you do. Yeah, you took crossbow expert. That is
I did not.
correct.
I did, yes.
Which, though he uses a rifle, we're kind of reformatting that just a little bit to where he can use that feat for his firearm.
No. Does a 24
Yes.
hit? Alright.
You got it right in front of you, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
That is
8, 11, 17 on the dice.
17 plus 6, so that's
23.
23 damage.
23 damage.
Silver piercing.
Silver and piercing.
Bonus action to reload.
You shoot him through the stomach. It falls to its knee. It spits out a gout of blood onto the ground. Slowly rises back up. It is looking very hurt.
Bonus action to reload. Shoot him again.
Roll a hit.
More, 14 plus. So
That
that's
is a hit. Damage.
8.
17 again. So 23 again.
23 again. And is that guy within 5 feet?
He is.
Horde breaker.
Roll a hit.
So proud of you.
Oh, let me take out one of these die because that's my.
Mark.
Whatever that was, 27.
27 is definitely a hit.
16 damage.
That is
You like those
red.
So that's 32. No, 22 damage.
22 damage?
Yeah.
You got it.
As the werewolf stands up, it sees you pop your breech and pull out the rounds. It lunges at you as you do so. With lightning speed, you slip the 2 rounds into it, close it, place the barrel now into its open mouth, pivot 1 step to your left, and fire. The back of its head explodes in gore as the bullet rips through it and slams into this zombie.
Oh,
There
God,
goes Terry.
you killed him!
I'm gonna use
You
my.
killed him!
I'm gonna use my movement to come over here
I was about
You
to
will
say,
provoke
did
2
the
attacks of
kick him, throw him
opportunity.
back?
with disadvantage.
Yep.
Ooh, escape the horde.
Mm-hmm. Or something.
Oh, you lucky sod. That was a natural 20 and a... That is both of those guys, so this will be real easy.
I was just gonna say the kick laid you out. Just
21?
That's a hit.
Okay, so that is with a claw. So that is a whopping 10 slashing damage. The second attack against you is a big whopping nope. Apparently you got blood all over its face and it just couldn't see for a second. It is now the surviving werewolf's turn. And the surviving werewolf...
Bits and pieces everywhere.
hey, Thraka, Triswin,
No.
go ahead and take your free attacks of opportunity against it.
I could do Eldritch Blast, is that right?
You have Warcaster, correct?
You have to have
Warcaster feat? So look up
He's got
feats.
Spell sniper, I believe.
I think he's got spell sniper.
That's a 20.
20 is going to be a hit.
Warcaster makes more sense.
Warcaster is nice. It gives you.
Nope.
No war. So no, it's got to be a physical attack. Whoa.
Got it. We're good.
Okay. Move
Can
that
I try to
close.
grapple
Yeah,
it then?
I was going to say, let's get that away from the camera.
Can I try to grapple it then?
Yes, you actually.
Yeah, you could.
26.
26 damage?
Silver bludgeoning.
That's not a
Bludgeoning
grapple.
holy.
That's a 1.
So, no, as you literally go to grab a hold of it, you grab a hold of its loincloth and it just keeps running.
Oh, so now it's running naked.
You
Yes.
got dirty werewolf nuts on your hand.
And it is going to not get close enough to you for an attack of opportunity, but it is literally loping into the night, and it is going to use his bonus action to continue to move. So it is moving 40, 80, 120 feet, just off into the mist.
Is it invisible?
No. Well, once it gets in the mist, it's totally obscured.
Proceed to chase it and beat it with its own towel.
You can attempt that.
You
Flynn.
do my holy
No, this
So
one
many
moves.
targets, so many people.
Look at that.
Your best odds are hitting that group right there.
Alright. We're gonna fireball over here.
So we're going to attempt fireball
That's
here.
6 targets.
How high up are you?
I
30
never,
feet?
I never actually really specified.
So how high did you go up?
Once again, I didn't specify. No, 30 feet's a fair estimate. I
Okay,
don't
30
necessarily
feet.
need to get that high.
Ground burst won't hit him.
It will not.
Alright, we'll just cook his toes a little bit. Try and
I'll come up,
catch
we all know
those
heat
6.
rises. I'll get
Okay.
a pretty fair cooking regardless.
My balls!
Unpleasant memories.
Your internally stashed balls.
Whoa, there's his memories.
Is this your owner from the staff?
Mine.
Arnos has
Same
flashbacks.
thing, just different damage.
And to turn into Courage the Cowardly Bird.
Wasn't that posted in the Discord chat or something, or like a Facebook comment or something about like burning birds or something like that? Pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Probably.
I put it in the Facebook chat.
Once in a
Or no,
while.
just Facebook.
How much damage?
33.
33?
Same saves. 18 either way.
Do you feel left out?
So it's lineman green, lineman blue,
Oh, you did look that
No,
You roll 48 again.
arm
48.
She didn't want.
green.
That sword is
Or,
probably-
She turned me down.
what's the one with the arm?
At least I
on
know
it?
you won't turn me down like her.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, well, this one you won't be able to hit unless you hit Tristan too.
No, just
Tristan and Rocco as well.
Maybe against
Nah.
the werewolf.
No, that's dangerous.
Just the 5.
Back glass area
Y'all
clear.
screwing up my clusters.
I'll live through it. I don't know if he will.
You want to get some hair singe?
Say no.
It's only a DC 18. That's
Are you moving or anything else?
Oh no.
I won't make that.
30 feet up.
I'm just letting you know now. I won't make that.
Rocco, you're up. Tristan, you're on deck.
You're
It's him.
Oh.
Maybe.
2 targets, another target.
You got tons of targets to choose from, and you are not currently engaged with anything.
So you have
So if you wish to spell somebody, you can.
You go pew 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 pew.
Pew pew lasers?
pew.
So, I think I know what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to move up to this group right here.
Okay.
Slightly away from Rotmere.
Okay.
So I won't be catching him. Like more towards like that zombie, that Zamboni right there.
This one?
No.
Yep. And then I'm gonna thunder step.
Okay.
Oh, well, thunderstorm is different.
No, it's not bad idea.
And then I'm gonna thunder step. Right about here.
Boom.
And then they will take.
3d10 thunder damage on a failed save.
It's 5d10 at my level. Because of 5th
yes, it
level.
is.
So they must make a Constitution save. So
5th
all
level
4
or
of them.
6th level?
It's 5th level.
Fifth level. I just have it at level 6. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
In the other case, can you just drop your cock on the ground?
I'm a draw.
No, that's
Thunder flat.
That's thunder wave.
I rolled a natural 16 and a natural 18.
Kyle is speaking.
And my DC, the 18 will pass. I know.
It's going to be a 19 and a 21.
19, 21, so they both pass. So they're going.
But they take half damage.
Yes.
So that would pass my DCs, man. Damn.
Yeah. Natural 16, natural 18.
It happens.
It happens.
It motherfucking happens.
How much was that?
Beat you with
14. 17 damage.
17 damage. So half of that is 8.
I got to finally use Thunder Step for in this campaign. Run up. Oh, you're coming towards me. How can I kick your ass if I don't get closer?
Look at that guy.
Jojo!
Alrighty. Okay. Triswin, you are up, followed by a whole lot of me.
Okay.
They really thought I was
will
running up
turn
to
and
him.
hit the one
Oh, he's gonna
directly
fight me.
in front of me.
Shazam!
That one.
Okay.
Ghoul number whatever.
Ghoul blue.
Is it blue?
Yep, it
Okay,
is blue.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
I pulled a Flynn. I was there and then I
That's a
was.
20.
20 is a hit.
I'm going to use Searing Smite.
Okay. I would like to point out now that you guys have been able to acclimate yourselves a little bit to what's going on. All of these creatures are armored. These are not just rose from the grave.
Somebody set a trap.
Mm-hmm. Level 2.
We figured that they knew where it was going to land.
I don't care. I just
It could
fucking.
have landed anywhere.
Except he's probably got enough soldiers to put him around all the likely nexuses.
Super Mario jumped over him.
Well, according to La Saga, there was only a single ingress into here.
Okay, never mind.
But, reroll that too.
21.
Okay, so
Plus.
it's fire and holy damage plus 9.
30.
So 30 holy damage to
With fire on blue.
blue. Ghoul. 30, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay. Your first hit with your flaming hammer smashes into his chest, and the burning hatred, orange light that that sits in his eye sockets noticeably dims as its left arm hangs uselessly at its side.
Okay, it needs to make a con save.
Or
It's on fire.
it is on fire.
He rolls
Oh, I should
grapple
shoot
check.
the other one.
I'm going to get the other one in there.
And then
Okay,
he
so
rolls
the
grapple
second
check,
hit's gonna
grabs
go
her,
on
and now they're both
yellow.
on fire.
Okay.
So now the yellow.
Yellow.
Go ahead.
21.
21 is a hit.
$21 damage.
What's that noise?
21 plus 9.
No, with no.
You hear that?
With 9. 21 damage. Holy and bludgeoning.
Alrighty.
Let me give
You
you that level.
smash into this one and it is now a whole lot of my turn. So, let's see. This guy has to make your saving throw. That is a natural 19.
He still takes 3d6.
Yep. And this one here is going to come into you, and then
Ooh.
these two are going to go there.
11.
11 damage to red guy. He is not looking so hot. And he is going to attack you with his hands twice.
He's slapping me?
He is clawing you with the skin on his nails has shriveled, extending his bony nails that are sticking out of his hands. They're covered in filth and grime. He rakes one across your chest for a 24.
Sounds like Mac's wife and it hits.
The second is a 17. You manage to get the handle of the axe in front of its hand and it push it away. But that first hit, I do need a Constitution saving throw from you, please. And that is wrong die. And, well, even worse. That is going to be 3 damage.
That is 7 on the con save.
7, and your maximum hit points is reduced by 3. So keep a note of that. Everybody make sure to keep a note of that. If you need me to help you out with that, let me know now. Because that's going to maybe happen a lot.
Slot in D&D
There is a
for that.
slot, so, slide it in the slot. You guys are really good at that.
I'm out of practice.
The two, that's going to be 4 attacks on you, Tristan. These guys are all coming at you with the attack that is much harder for them to hit with. Tristan, that is a 17,
No.
a 22.
Yes.
And the other 2 attacks, that is a 16
No.
and a 11.
No.
All right, so I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please. Wow, I just can't roll it tonight.
That's
That's a pass.
Oh yeah.
That is 3 slashing damage.
Just
And- Yep. I rolled minimum damage again. Then Rotner. It's 2 attacks.
Did this thing just give me 8s?
That is
Yes.
an 11 and a 19.
Got parry now?
Okay. Now the brute. The brute is going to make its 4 attacks against you. That is a 21,
The brook?
No.
Not a book.
a 15,
No.
Bada book.
a 25, and a natural 20.
Jared away.
Okay. So 2 hits. 1
It hit you with its a claw and a bite attack. So the claw, that is 14, 18 damage, so 15 damage. And the bite attack is a crit. So it is 16, 22, so 19 piercing damage.
The bite attack is
18
correct.
37.
7.
And that is going to end its turn. It is just
Oh.
attempting to just crush you. No, not against this. This guy just appears to be a big hulking zombie. And the slower zombies. This guy is simply going to move up here. He's still going to need his saving throw, so he is not moving. He is restrained. The yellow
Full
one,
damage, Nick.
full damage. You rolled 11, so he takes that 11 damage. That is.
I can roll again if you want.
No, you got it. That one is not looking very good. And
Hentai.
this one here did pass his save, so he's going to take 7 damage.
Flag stand was in front of the camera. So I called it.
Okay.
I bust a whole lot of new orifices with the tentacles.
The weirdest hentai, undead. And
Okay. So it's going to make
It's
its
probably on the top
3
of the
attacks
lineup.
against you. That is an 18
No.
and 2 27s.
Yeah.
That is going to be 2d6.
yeah, I hope you didn't all the way over there.
Sorry, I had to Shazam away.
18 damage total for the 2 attacks. Then this guy's going to move up here, and this guy is going to attempt.
Shouldn't they
Actually-
both be near me?
That guy's going to go up there. So it's 3 attacks on you. 2 natural ones and a 19.
Nope.
Does it mean it pissed itself?
If it had a bladder, it would. And the 3 attacks on you, Harry. That is a natural 1. That's 3 in a row. That is a 20.
That's a hit.
And a natural 20.
That's obviously a hit.
So that is the 2 claw attacks. So that is 10 plus, so 14 plus 9 is 23 damage total from the 2 attacks.
Oh, okay.
And now it's these guys. So now, yellow guy there, nope, he's not moving. Full damage from that is 11. He is also not looking very good. These guys are just gonna swarm around you. And this one is just gonna slowly shamble. It's not gonna make it, but it's gonna shamble there. Because they cannot make double moves. Triswing, we got 2 straight up attacks against you. One of them is definitely a miss unless a 9 hits. The other one is a 23.
That one will hit.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Does a 16 dash?
You take 6 points of slashing damage. As its claws sink into your flesh, you feel every muscle in your body try to seize all at once.
You said 16?
6.
6, okay.
But you manage to stave off the effect with your vigorous constitution. Finally to Arnos. Thundergut, you're on deck.
Okay.
Right? It's like,
I like how you assume it's 16 because we've been getting our
I'm going
asses
after
kicked
this
by
yellow
big
Yes.
shit on a regular basis. Not a bunch of tiny shit.
After the
Wanna go
yellow
that one?
bastard.
You go for him?
Parry
Okay.
a little bit.
Yellow.
And I also don't like him.
What?
Okay.
So, Slayer's Prey.
The other one.
Woo! That
Oh, I just
is
heard a monkey.
a
You're like,
24.
That is a hit.
4, 10, 17, 21 points of damage.
The yellow?
The yellow.
As
Yeah.
you shoot it in the stomach, the arrow goes straight through its body, leaving a sizable hole in it. It holds onto the wound and takes a step back and begins to look around, almost like it's looking for a way out. Looks like it is in very bad shape.
Commander.
I'm gonna go ahead and move over to here.
Go up higher.
Or like a pigeon noise,
I'll go
like
up a little higher, I suppose, but
Okay.
But I am gonna try and land over here.
Oh, so you're gonna land.
Well, no, I'm not landing. No.
Okay.
I'm still remaining up high.
Okay, so you're remaining high there for right now.
I don't want to catch you too, but this target's too
Did
juicy
the
to
blue
keep
one
us
take a
up.
d6 damage?
I'm shooting
What?
the same one.
The blue one that I have on fire, did it take a d6?
Yes, it did.
Not too bad. I'm not a fighter. That's a natural 19. I'm calling that a hit and 6 points of damage.
That is gonna be a hit and 6 points of damage. Oh, which one?
The yellow one, the same one I.
is he doing bird droppings?
Kinda.
Any other actions,
dropping.
Arms?
Huh?
You
Any
should
other
poop
actions?
on them.
That was every action.
Okay, Thundergut,
He
you're up.
can. He can
Followed by
them.
Perry.
Okay, I'm hitting this guy, but without advantage.
Why haven't you done that yet? Why have you just like shit on the enemy? Literally.
I don't think. I think
Please
that's
don't,
against the
they're near
Geneva
me.
Convention.
They're near
So
me.
that
We're in
is
Eberron.
26.
26 is a hit.
Treaty
Damage.
Thornhold then.
So 11.
For sure, avian humanoids pooping on others.
16,
19.
19 plus 6 is 25.
48
Okay.
damage out of the hand.
No,
that's
the
the
hammer,
Sun
that's the Sun Sword.
Some sort.
This is what it's designed for.
Yeah. This is where
He
you
will
use that
rip
shit.
through literally every undead.
Yeah. Like
21.
butter.
21's a hit.
Hot match your
Okay.
butt.
20 plus
14.
modifier.
18.
20 plus
26.
You're just.
I gave it to him
Also,
because he has
we
all the
have
attacks.
sunlight. We have light in that area now.
Man,
Well, you have
19.
light.
So
Natural 19 is definitely a hit. Damage.
He's like an armored Yoda.
24 with your modifier.
24.
24 is your modifier. Okay.
Bonus action surge.
Roll a hit.
Do it! Burn it down!
Stop it.
14.
Hold on, let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. 14 misses.
Perry.
Okay.
He's like an armored Yoda.
That is a shame.
This thing has bits of metal bolted to its body.
There we go.
That's it.
Oh, that's lame damage.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
16.
Do 16 damage.
Last attack.
I got 21.
21's a hit. Damage.
Okay,
I can't do another
6.
one.
21.
Yeah, Johnny, you managed to
21.
21?
Yeah.
You slice into this thing
You just
with a
did like 100
flurry of
damage
attacks.
in one turn.
Body parts are thrown off this thing. Its entire right arm falls to the ground and begins to move. You see gore pouring out of its mouth and each of the wounds that you've carved into its body. It looks like it is barely holding on. Perry, we're over to you.
Alright. I'm going to take a shot at that one.
Go ahead.
This is.
Nope. He's got crossbow expert.
Yeah, but.
It negates
Oh,
the.
really?
Yeah.
Negates the nearness.
20.
20 is a hit.
Dude, it's fun rock.
And you said
Like
the
11
blue,
on
this one right
dice.
here, right? Okay, so
Yeah,
the
that
blue, that one. All right, gotcha.
Blue.
Huh? That's 11 on the die. Or, yeah, 11 on the dice.
11 on the die plus 6, so that's
17.
all set.
17.
17.
It is plus 6 for you.
You're loving that stuff.
Bonus action reload.
Okay.
Attack it again.
Roll in.
Oh, yeah, that's more than a
Oh, yeah.
7 last time.
Damage.
9 on the dice.
9 on the dice, so 15
Wow.
damage.
15 damage. Yeah. And.
Oh, fuck it then.
Warbreaker.
The red one?
Yeah, to the red.
Okay.
Red.
Or break
Kick his ass. That's a 10 plus.
23.
23 is a hit. Damage.
10 on the dice.
16.
16 damage.
All right.
I'm going to run over here.
It will take its attack of opportunity with disadvantage.
Maybe. There we go.
That is a 16.
That is a miss.
All righty.
Action surge.
Okay.
Bonus action to reload again.
You don't get an extra. Actually, you can't
That's
action
it.
surge. You already used your bonus action.
You did.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah, bonus action
Reload.
Oh, I didn't see that in here. That's why I
Yes.
was. Okay.
Is it a bonus action?
Doesn't say so.
Action
No.
surge is a bonus.
Once per short
Okay.
rest, you can take one additional action on your turn.
Is it not a bonus action?
Well, I've been using it as a bonus action, but
I thought it was
guess-
supposed to be.
I guess it's not.
Is it listed under your bonus actions?
I don't.
If you go to actions, you can see it.
You talk about action surge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it is.
So I think we've probably been doing it wrong then.
No, it's just other. It's just
But,
it says
so,
other.
but you've already used your bonus action to reload once, so you couldn't reload again.
You're right.
So you are currently out of ammo without able to reload.
Probably save it.
You want
Probably
to
save
save that?
Yeah, I'll save it.
Save.
So I'll just run over there.
His running.
Flynn, you are up, followed by Thraka. You're on deck.
Base keeps on running. Alright, so. You want me to do it or just start sniping at little ones?
Do you want to just snipe at the little ones? I mean,
You'll probably take more damage from all their combined weight than you will from one shot from me.
yeah.
Fireball. Catch all 6.
Which
Oh,
6?
fuck.
Drop it here so it catches those 3 and the 3 on Triswan.
And me.
Triswan.
Okay, you'd have to get this one here. You'd have to drop it right on Triswan, which would catch something good as
I
well.
can't back it up a little bit.
No, that's too precise.
Alright. Can I catch 5 without catching Thundergut?
If he
You
maneuvers
could
it
catch
slightly that way.
this one here if you drop it right on this one's head. It's still real close to Thundergut.
I put it over here. I can get these 5.
You get hit. Yeah, you can drop it close enough to get these 5 at least.
Yeah.
When you
Just
get some
Gird your loins.
Remember,
You
with
know
stuff
what?
like that, drop the fireball on my head. You can't really do that in combat. Just say no.
I'm Flynn.
Didn't
I would
tell
do it.
him to do it.
I'm putting it right in the middle for everything.
Okay, so Rotmir, Triswin, I need dexterity saving throws from both of you.
Nah, fuck, it's Dex.
Give me your arms, fly
I know, oh my god. And the singing.
Well, I
Okay,
shit
that's
the
at least
damage,
better.
so.
That's a 15.
That's a hard no.
There's
24 damage.
mighty Flynn.
Oh, fucking hell.
So I did not.
So 24 damage.
I have fire resistance.
So 12 damage.
Well,
See?
I was gonna try
That
that,
was a good
but
call.
You should probably
Can I-
take the cantrip that
for-
allows you
for
to make
flavor,
people
can I
auto
yell
pass.
something?
It's
Not
not
a cantrip, but a
Yeah,
A feat.
but on your turn.
Feet.
and at level 17, when I get another meta magic, that's the one I'm picking.
He's cheating.
I've been
I'm not
I've
taking
asked to retrain it 3 times, and every time it has been that is not a retrainable.
It
feat.
is not a retrainable ability.
Nope,
Yeah,
nope,
I thought it
nope.
was.
No, it's not.
How much? What was the total damage?
24.
Oh. So I take 24?
At least it was a weaker fireball.
Oh, thank you.
He has mercy on you, for he's granted my discipline.
Did you take the damage too?
He took 12 because he's fire resistant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's less flammable than
Don't
you.
sound so disappointed.
It's a sibling, we should share our pain.
I'm sorry, it's Flynn. I had an opportunity
you
to
were
hit 9
siblings.
enemies.
No.
You were siblings, but not twins. He should not suffer the same thing.
Oh no, he should.
And I'm gonna kill you anyway, so.
He is
So
such-
24.
Flynn comes out in gold like a Xerxes off of 300. I'm a generous god.
You
It's
know,
like
I
he's-
could
except that he's,
see, I
David
could see
Bowie.
Flynn doing that.
Am I not a generous half god?
I mean,
Shut up,
your
godchild.
character looks like David Bowie.
Yes.
Hey.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No!
David Bowie and Labyrinth.
Look, I don't rebrand your characters. You
No,
don't
he's dressed.
rebrand
He's
mine.
dressed up as a potentially
You
metrosexual pirate.
Oh my god. He's
I
gonna
thought you
sing
were.
that you remind me of the babe.
Oh, yeah.
Babe. What did he say? You should say that.
Nah.
All
No,
right.
he's-
Finally
he's-
got all that done.
He's dressed up as a pirate on the search for booty.
Is that your actions plan?
Yes, he's
Can I
bold.
bonus action take a drink of wine?
Sure, but you're having trouble finding exactly where it is on your body because you're invisible.
Fair enough.
Thraka.
He's just running his
Followed by
hands.
Trishman.
He's just running his hands down his body.
No.
Eldritch Blast.
On which ones?
They are at point blank
There's
range.
two.
We've established you don't have Warcaster.
You don't
Yep,
know
so
what
you will
that
be
is.
at disadvantage for this attack.
Just hit him with the axe.
Axe doesn't do anything to him.
They're not
These aren't
werewolves.
werewolves.
The
Oh.
werewolf, one
They're
died and
always
the other one ran away.
werewolves. And they're gone.
Oh, well, fuck that.
I'm not gonna throw 18 pack lords at you guys. You guys won't survive that.
No,
shit.
on one of them does 14 plus 9 hit?
Yes.
Actually, plus 10, so that's 24, and then 17.
Yes.
So that's going to be 2d10 plus 5, which would be a total of 10.
Which one are you attacking? The red one with the arm or the yellow one?
Red, I guess, the one I
Okay.
can see. That's a 6 plus 8.
14.
14
Plus your modifier twice.
So 24.
Okay. That one is looking really bad as you stick your axe into its chest twice. It is barely moving. Are you going to move or take a bonus action?
I will pop second wind.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your d10 plus 5. Trisman, followed by a lot of me.
13.
A lot of you.
That means I'm coming up next.
After me, yes.
You know
You are
what?
after me.
I am after the DM.
And which one are you attacking?
She missed.
Oh, it's 15.
On which one? That's hugely important.
The fire guy or these other two?
Oh, I will go with the other red.
Okay, the other red, and you said a what?
15.
That is barely a miss.
Arnos is up in the sky just like, I'm safe, I'm safe. Scraw.
Blocked. Blocked.
So that's a 20?
That is a hit.
Whole party dies
On
and
the same
Arnos
one.
just like
Yes.
flapping around like, well, this went bad. And then Strahd goes out, give me your butt. No.
No,
Because Strahd can fly.
Plus modifier.
9, so.
Fly faster
17.
than you.
Probably.
Well, I'm bludgeoning.
Has he been like
Yeah,
going
we can
Super
make
Saiyan
it
this whole
if you
time?
killed it.
What?
Any other
Like
actions?
all the Souls stuff,
No,
has he been going like Super
let's
Saiyan
do- 'cause
this whole
I can't
time?
do the, I have to concentrate.
Oh yeah,
to
so
do
you wouldn't
that
get
one.
away. He'd just be like flap.
Okay. So a whole lot of me coming up.
Hey, D6
Alright.
on that sucker!
He has passed the saving throw. Go ahead and remove it from him, please.
No! Has he passed his saving?
Okay. So.
I pass my throw.
Okay. Going on. Okay, so it's going to once again attempt to attack you with its dirty claws.
Ew.
That is a 22
Yeah.
and a miss, unless a 9 hits.
No.
Okay, so that is. Go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throw.
9 plus.
17.
Okay. That is 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Necrotic damage, sorry. Necrotic damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that it's attacks against you. Thraka! That is a 14 and a natural 20.
Nat 20 obviously hits.
Go to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
You're not near me, so you don't get that.
Um,
That's
19?
good,
Actually, plus 1 because the cloak, so 20.
18 points of necrotic damage.
Damn.
Next up is
That one, right?
Rotmere. Two attacks on you. That one is definitely a miss. The other one is a 19 plus 4, 23.
Matches.
I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
How do you look, Rotmere?
Like a dwarf.
I'm on a ram.
He looks.
Building a hammer.
Wielding the sun sword.
Sun sword, yeah.
Okay, so that is a 20.
That is 8 points of necrotic damage.
8 points.
Alrighty, so now the zombie brute is gonna get its last attacks because it's not gonna make it another round with the Rotmere going hog wall on shit. So Rotmere, that is gonna be a 15,
No bad name.
11, a 28, and a natural 20.
2 hits.
So that is 1 bite and 1 claw attack.
Sounds like
So
that's
the
why.
bite is 12 points of piercing damage, so 9 points of piercing damage, and the claw is 20 plus 13 is 33, so 30 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Jesus.
You started.
And that is its last turn, most likely.
Does it look like
Unless
you
you
can
roll
take
with
its
a whole hell of a lot.
I was hoping to finish it with a fireball.
Rain Knight zombies. They are the
Those nasty motherfuckers.
these gray ghouls.
I
So
got
this
one.
gray ghoul is going to go ahead and join its friend over here. Then it's
got
going
one
to do
on
the
here.
3 attacks from there. Okay, so the 3 attacks on Trishwin. Nope. Not unless a 14, 15, and 16 hit.
No.
They would have hit me.
You can hit
Thraka. That is a 10, a 16, and a 25.
Ooh.
25, yes.
That is 2.
By 5.
This one sinks its teeth into your shoulder, and a couple of its fangs manage to get through. That is 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And you, Thundergut, that is a 22, a 11, and a 14. You're not even trying to block this as it just jumps at you. It's trying to rip at your armor and bite at you, and it's just finding nothing but metal plate after metal plate after metal plate. Now it's these guys' turn. Nope, these guys don't have it. This guy's gonna go up and flank Triswin. This guy's gonna go up and attack you.
And flank him.
8 targets in one spot.
No.
No, mountain combatant.
So this is one singular attack against you. That is a 22.
Oh.
Triswin with advantage. Don't think it helped it. That is a 19.
No.
Alrighty, so that finally ends my turn. Arnos! Followed by Thundergut.
Really, my turn? I'm shooting the one that was flaming, the blue one here.
Okay.
Blue.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that one is not looking too hot.
Slayer's Mark.
Slayer's Mark doesn't like it.
I don't like it very much. I don't like it at all.
He doesn't care for it.
That is a miss. Because I don't think a 13 hits.
13 does not hit.
I think so.
It's naked.
No, these actually aren't.
They've got armor.
All of them have armor.
That one should be a hit, 15 plus extra.
That is definitely hit damage.
Oh. 10, 13, 17 points of piercing.
Well, that one werewolf was naked.
Oh, that werewolves are naked. That's a different story.
Well, the one I ripped
Well,
one
most of them
claw
they don't
off.
care about being hit at all.
I'm immune to damage, you know.
Arnos, any other actions for
I'm gonna
this?
give
Your
it to
bonus,
you.
you still have a
Yep.
move.
No, thank you.
See that?
I'm gonna wrap around your
Bonus
neck.
attack. Oh, flap over there. I'm not landing.
Wait, what?
The werewolf.
You can land if you want.
Okay, Thundergut, followed by Barry.
I'm just covering the flanks.
Okay, the
Show
big
them
guy.
if I can run.
Go ahead.
Fire.
No!
Ball!
6,
That is a hit. Damage.
10, 17, 26.
No, he's not going
Ah!
Yay! Rocky!
No, that's not Party Going Super Saiyan. That's Sunbeam.
Okay, this guy.
Hold on, it's gonna count.
Now that you're like at its height level, riding Hamish,
Sunbeam's commanding,
Hamish
huh?
instinctively drops its head as you just swing horizontally, taking the creature's head with it, falls to the ground, and its body just slumps after it.
Okay.
The wiggling arms that look like they're moving towards you suddenly stop.
Okay.
How close was I to getting him with the fireball?
No.
No.
No, he did a ton of damage on us.
He still had 40
He's
hits.
going after the
That one.
brown one. Is
Green.
that green brown guy?
Green brown.
Yeah, I can't do 40.
Is
Well,
that the gold arm or something?
And he's got like the humps going on there.
Okay, it's a smaller base
Oh,
than
you
him.
are
Yep, so
Not
you
very
have damage.
dexterous
I'm sorry, which one are you
otherwise.
doing?
Oh god.
The
no.
arm with the
intelligent.
blue?
It's green.
Oh, green.
Green.
Arm with green. Got it.
Fucking strong as hell.
Why did we let you read the book? Your
21?
intelligence is 10.
That is a hit. Damage.
Because I.
Not the best.
13 on the dice.
19 total. You're at +6, right?
Yeah, plus it's.
And yeah,
so
intelligence
that one
10
is not
like
looking
using
so
words
hot.
like yeet.
Okay,
Yeah.
my
No,
third
no.
attack. Gets the same
She just
target.
goes.
Roll to hit.
Oh.
26.
26 is a hit. It doesn't matter. Your minimum damage will kill it.
Okay, bonus
Rocky!
action. Second wind.
Roll your d10 plus 15.
That's what you've been doing. You've been treating action surge as the second one.
Yes. No, I've been treating action shows like a second win. Second win's a bonus action.
25.
Oh, wow.
So 25, yeah. Parry.
Tinkle.
I am going to bonus action reload.
Shoot the
Okay.
hell out of things.
Shoot.
Shoot, shoot. Ooh, you can get like.
That one.
Okay. So blue on that one. All right. Well, it's not looking so hot. None of them are looking very hot at this point.
Oh, 7 plus?
20.
20's a hit.
That is
12 on the dice.
Mm-hmm.
so 18 damage. Or breaker.
The one next to it.
Yeah. 19.
19 is a hit.
20 something is a hit.
Yes. You have plus 6.
That's 10.
16 damage.
16 damage.
16 damage on
Green, the one next to it.
green. Okay. That one's still okay.
My last action, reload.
Okay.
Action surge.
Okay.
Shoot it again. 19.
19's a hit. Damage.
And 13. 19 damage.
You blow that one in half. Its upper body is still moving. It is literally 1 hit point.
The one behind it,
Uh-huh.
that is, my first one.
The yellow?
The yellow?
Yes.
Okay.
My final shot at it. Sniper shot.
Roll the hit.
Oh,
fuck!
Big bala.
17.
17 is a hit.
10 on the dice.
10 out of that. Yeah, that is 10.
20.
Plus 10, 20.
26 again.
26.
Take him on the field. Slowly but surely, we will whittle this
Flynn.
damn armor.
And then I'm not going to move.
Sacred Flame on the Hunchback.
5 years
So it
later.
gets a.
No, that's a
Yes,
hit
we're
roll.
No, it gets a. Sacred Flame is a
It's a
saving
hit
throw.
roll. Firebolt.
Oh, you mean
is,
Firebolt.
Firebolt is the saving throw.
You gotta switch.
You got him backwards.
You
Firebolt is the hit.
Firebolt is the throw.
Yeah. Sacred Flame is a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I had that one on. I had that one on my bar.
Firebolt. Okay, then roll a hit.
23.
23 is a hit. Damage. That is the green one, right?
Oh, that's sad. That's
Oh,
only
that's-
21 damage.
That one has
That's
not
only
taken.
21
That one
damage.
has not taken much damage.
I know, right?
I mean, I hit it with 2
Only
fireballs.
21.
Anything else? Thraka, you're up. Tristan, you're on deck.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me guess, green one has been making his saving throws
Yeah,
from
he
the 3
passed.
fireballs he got.
He's the only one really passing.
I should have done I'm okay. I'm okay.
So I'm gonna
No saving throw for you.
pop my samurai thing.
Okay, bonus action.
So I'm gonna get 5 extra. I'm gonna get like 5 HP. I'll do
5
that in-
temporary hit points.
Yeah, I'll get 5 HP. But then I'm gonna give advantage on
The
one
next
attack
attack.
against the weakened one. And I'm
Okay.
gonna swing and attack at the other one
Okay.
without advantage. But the advantage
So the
one,
the one with the red ghoul.
I think an 18 plus 10 at 28
That is a
hits.
Minimum damage doesn't matter.
Next one. 14.
14. Hold on, let me check him. That's a miss.
Oh well.
Any other actions, Thraka?
Bottom out at 15.
I'm gonna hit thrust at him.
Okay, Tristan.
16.
Alright.
Followed by Bless Me.
A lot less you. I feel so much closer to the beginning now.
So yeah, that was
6+ to hit.
Do
That's a.
they are armored, but any signs of individuality or intelligence?
For some of these, but they all do seem to be fighting to the death.
Okay.
Zealously to the death. The ones that weren't are already pretty much off the board.
19 to hit.
19.
Yep, that's a hit. Damage.
And that is
14+.
9.
So 23 damage.
Alright. You gonna keep going?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it.
Go ahead.
And remember, holy.
Holy.
Crit.
Nat 20.
So 12 plus the dice.
24 plus 9 is 33 damage.
I think something is
Right,
getting
right.
obliterated.
No, he only had 30. He had 32 hit points left.
Obliterated.
I went Gallagher on it.
Gallagher on with gray matter.
Kneecap.
That ends it for Tristan.
Can I move?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna move up behind the green.
So he's prone to the ground.
Yep, and it is literally trying to attack Hamish, which you can have it attack you instead.
Well, maybe I shouldn't go
So
land,
this
whatever
thing is
you
going to
choose.
attack you again. It's trying to attack you with its claws. Finally, I might get a hit on this. That is a 23.
Match.
I need you to go roll a Constitution saving throw.
Good.
+3!
So that is 23 plus
That
3 is
is-
26.
That is 4 necrotic damage. That ends
Cause your
his turn.
sister's
I only got
in
one of the
there.
guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and do him real quick because he's gone. They're still there. They're gone. Okay. This guy's going to make 3 attacks against you.
I've been
14,
rather
16, and a natural 20.
Nat 20 again hits. The others do not.
Fireballs.
So,
and a greater
10,
invisibility.
13 slashing damage. Arnos.
I guess I'll put shots into that guy.
Which guy?
The one's
I
on
mean,
the ground.
technically
Okay,
for
go
a
ahead.
warlock, I'm doing
If
pretty
he's
well.
still, is he still prone?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
levels
counts
of
as prone.
warlock,
I'm counting him as
actually.
prone.
Okay. Don't they have disadvantage?
I just
to
don't-
that?
If you're shooting at a prone target, you have disadvantage.
Unless you're.
I'll fly directly above him so it looks like he's standing.
Why didn't you close it?
Screw you!
Sorry, no.
Then I'll land next to him and punch him.
shoot the
Sure.
one.
Fuck you!
Shoot the one on Draka!
But it's closer! And
Draka's
prone!
right there!
I'm gonna get advantage! Shut up!
I finally didn't get to hit something.
I'm finally gonna get the swing with advantage. Screw you! 16 plus.
It has 1 hit point.
And now I'll put an arrow into the one.
Thank you!
Roll a hit.
So he lands, curb stomps half a zombie.
And then takes a shot. That's pretty badass, actually.
And he goes, come, motherfucker.
Nope, his in
No,
character
he's got
voice.
it.
Oh, his
hit?
in character voice
that
does.
is 12. Curb stomp! Die! There you
No, you got
That
to
was-
talk
that
about
was-
motherfucker.
I was like, curbs don't die!
That was almost like
go. Surprise, motherfucker. Hard eyes, motherfucker.
Oh, supplies.
After the din of combat, the explosions, you hear nothing but the faint sound of music coming from your south.
Is that where the church is?
Yeah, the church is in South.
I'm gonna trot over to Flynn.
We need
It
to.
appears to be a stringed instrument that you can barely hear through that mist. You two, remember this. That clawing feeling at your skin, like it's trying to invade your body and your mind. It's so thick. It feels like you're almost walking through a waterfall. The dampness sticks to all of your clothes and gets everywhere. Even with cold resistance, you can still feel the cold. Though you're not negatively affected, you still feel that
I
bone
don't
chill
have
cold.
cold resistance. I just have protection.
Yeah, and you have the cold weather.
Yeah.
So even with your protection from the cold weather, you can still feel how cold it is, though you're not negatively affected by it. The rest of you are freezing, even with your winter clothing. You are freezing.
I'm retrieving all the arrows I can.
Go ahead and roll me a straight investigation check.
I offer Twistflin the loincloth of werewolf.
No.
19.
I
You
tried.
hit
I hit
5 times.
I
I want to roll persuasion
every
check.
single shot except for 1 or 2.
Yeah, and you fired 6 times. No, 5 times.
1, 2, 3, 4. I fired at least, except for the last 2 targets, which one was a stomp and the other one was dead in 1 shot. All of them took 2 shots at least.
So
I
you're
fired
at-
like
and there were 4
almost a dozen
rounds.
arrows.
So you fired
Mine
7,
is
so you're
plus
able to
1
retrieve
here.
5. The other 2 broke upon impact.
I tried up to Flynn. Dismount. And just do this.
Alright, roll.
Well, he's still
persuasion.
invisible currently.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm yelling at Flynn.
Yes.
It's my personal
Hey, David.
suggestion.
I'm rolling to persuade her
You
to take the
skinny
one
bastard.
block. Since you don't want, I'm going to roll to persuade it.
No.
What?
Persuasion rolls do not work against PCs. I don't
Make
care.
every 24.
How,
Hey,
when someone knows
I can't believe
you,
I said that.
no, when someone knows you, it's very simple.
Hey,
that
Daddy.
No,
Oh my god!
no matter how persuasive you think you are, when someone knows your bullshit, you can't convince them
I
otherwise.
thought-
13
better.
hit points.
13 hit points?
I
Yes.
tossed it at her.
Say, Daddy.
Yes. The 2 arrows that got away with silver.
Okay, so you got 18 silver arrows.
4.
It's my personal
For
suggestion
some reason it came out Dad. That's weird.
that we
I'm
make
still
it.
yelling.
Yeah, I just touched you on the back and then floated back up.
Yes, Perry.
It's my personal suggestion that we make a beeline to the church.
I agree.
Do we rest
Did
first
we
or
ever
do we
kill
go?
his son?
We're west at the church.
Alright,
Did we ever
go.
kill his son? Oh yeah, we did.
Something like that.
I think we did.
Beeline to the church. I'll keep invisibility up.
Okay.
I'm yelling, you bastard! Show yourself!
Like, this is a good, near sprint,
Right.
the way I'm going.
Okay. So suddenly,
There could be more.
Perry disappears in the mist.
I go to the church.
Well,
After
Oh no, I
turning
should have
here-
followed me.
I'm still yelling at Flynn to show his damn
No,
self.
and I'll turn and go. Shh. There could be more.
I look at you and I
No.
say, Flynn, you better show yourself!
I'm already 90 feet that way.
I'm flapping after this guy.
It's already lame.
Come on, let's go.
We're going. I'm just leaving. If you're gonna stay there screaming, I'm leaving.
No, I'm
I'm
moving.
gonna put it in
Shane is
Strahd's mouth after we kill
following
him.
everybody, but I'm yelling
He's
at
still
Flynn.
yelling for Flynn.
Can you make him shut up?
I used to be able
I can't
to.
make him shut up.
Don't worry, I appear in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, right.
Start booking it.
I cast silence upon.
It's an area effect spell.
All of us.
Oh, you can attach it to a mobile.
You know,
device
it's
and
probably
put it in
best
someone's
with Tristan's
changed
track
it.
pocket.
record.
I'm thinking of shadow.
Yeah.
Silence.
they changed
Good thing that doesn't work on mental
because it was
stuff.
just too good like that.
Mentally, Tristan, you should take
Because
the
literally
one
you
block.
cast on a rock and then you
Tristan, you should
attach
have
it,
one
drop
block.
it in a wizard's pocket. And he's
Well, the thing about it before was people would make the
Yeah.
mistake of trying to put it on
Everything's
the
silent
wizard.
except for my voice.
And they get a
in
saving
there.
throw against that. But they don't get a saving throw against the pickpocket.
This is not the time.
Move it.
Quiet. You can be cranky later.
Still
This
yelling.
is not the time.
Save your breath, we got to hurry.
I'm faster than you guys.
There are more undead everywhere.
Actually, I
It
might be
would
faster
be
than you.
better for us.
Not on
if
Hamish.
We're slightly quieter.
Even if I was bonus action dashing.
You can probably keep up with
Double
it. Because Hamish speed is what, 50?
40.
40? So that's
I'm
80
faster
feet
than
around.
him.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you're
fine.
a monk. That's different.
Suck
Yeah.
it.
Oh god, you're never too ready.
No, I'm not. That's
That's the most retarded run ever.
of all time.
Alright, so, what are you guys doing?
Get to the.
We're making a beeline to.
When the church is in range, they'll sneak up to it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm your guy.
The church, as you two have been here before, you have felt when the fog itself, when the mist is oppressive, when the will of Strahd is to thwart your attempts, to stymie whatever you're attempting to do. This is worse than you remember it being. This is sticking so close to you, your effective visual range is less than 60 feet. So by the time you see this church, it is looming in front of you.
So, kill the crow,
And you
right?
can very, very faintly see pinpoints of light in the windows.
Scope out the windows.
You gonna get close enough? Gonna roll a stealth check.
Any
Well,
blackbirds that
he's-
make the mistake of making Kong noises within reach are dying.
Okay.
How long does it
No
take us to
reason.
get?
Yeah, I know.
About 5 minutes.
Okay, so
Ravens don't call.
I will actually put on the feathers
No, but they do talk.
that we had from before.
Okay. It's beat up from your adventures.
I will
but
still put it on.
It's
Ravens,
usually
Ravens,
on me.
Yeah.
Ravens will talk.
No, I took it off when we were in the.
23.
My friend in
23?
New York had one trained.
You slowly make your way towards this building. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, please, to see what you find.
Booze, damn it.
God
It would talk
damn,
like this.
dude.
It'd be like, "Oh."
11.
You helped the new mayor of Barovia complete a ritual that protected the soul of his father as far as they knew. So that way his father can pass in the afterlife. You know that, no, that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
It was for naught. You defended this church when he attempted that ritual and you guys were attacked by undead. You defended that. So that way he could pass on in peace. And Ismark thanked you all for that, assisting in that ritual. When he did this, the church, while kind of decrepit and worse for wear, did not look as it does now. Half of the roof appears to be completely caved in. The flickering firelight from inside is not candlelight. It appears as if the northwestern side of the building is still on fire.
Wait for everyone to come in and then rush in.
Okay. You all can see him gesturing.
We'll fly in through the caved-in part of the roof.
I was gonna get an eagle eye view from the bell tower, but I don't think it's there. Assuming it had one. Is it there?
As you all get the sound of this stringed instrument, as you guys have gotten closer, it's become clearer and clearer. It is noticeably a violin. As you approach the top of this building, you go where?
Well, I was gonna go to the bell tower.
So
Assuming there is
the
one.
bell tower is
Seagull.
that's part of the
Yeah,
cave-in part.
yeah, I'll run. I'll just follow Flynn.
Okay, so you two go up there. The rest of you going through the back door where you all know that is. As you enter the back door, you fly up. The
Okay.
inside of the building has less mist than the outside of it.
I'll try to remain hidden.
Roll a stealth check.
Aha. Nat 20.
Oh,
So total on that?
No, I'll check that.
I'll be entering the back door first.
So that makes it a 31.
31.
And my stealth check, yeah. Oh, got 33.
33. Let me change that. All right.
I can bait my patron to eat
As you
frog.
get up onto the building, you flap your wings up. I take it you're still using your wings.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
you burst through the back of the building.
First.
This building here, you know that the pew where he makes his where he does his oratory speeches and tries to lift the spirits of Barovia, the village. You know, behind that is where the back door is. And it's kind of hidden somewhat. They draw a curtain across it so that way it doesn't draw the eye. Bursting through that, the pew itself has been destroyed and it's splinters of wood. The curtain has been ripped down. The benches have been almost blown against the sides of the wall as if an explosion happened in the center of the room.
From the floor?
Yes, across the interior of this church, you can see the front doors. One is completely gone. The other one hangs on a single hitch and just slowly waves back and forth. You can see the burning embers of a fire that hasn't completely consumed. Almost like the mist is preventing the fire from spreading as quickly as it should. You can still see those embers burn. And the light of those embers, you see a black-haired human in chainmail armor, sitting on what looks to be a strange 3-footed stool, and he is playing a violin, slowly. And as you take a step in, a floorboard creaks. He stops playing, opens his eyes, looks across there at Triswin and Perry. And Jareth says, welcome back. That's where we're going to end tonight. Now, those of you who have not played the campaign the whole time do not understand
I don't
quite just
want to
what
know.
happened.
I'm happy. I don't want to know.
Well, for the people, this is a player character that turned against the party in the campaign itself. This is a cleric of the grave, a very powerful cleric of the grave.
It's good that I saved my big nasty spells.
That Perry thought for sure he had killed.
Yeah. We really did think we did.
Well,
Thank you all very, very much for joining us. We appreciate y'all coming down. Once again, please, if you enjoy what you see, go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe, follow us on Facebook, follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, all the Twitters. Follow us on all of those. We're Dice and Dudes on pretty much everything. On Instagram, we're Dice and Dudes, correct?
Yeah.
Dice end.
Okay, we're Dice and Dudes. Again, thank you very much for joining us today. We'll be back next week to have the showdown between you all and the very much hated Jareth.
Yes.
I don't know this, man.
You all have yourselves a great night. Remember to love each other, and remember, keep rolling them dice. Good night.